We're starting off high.
Get
I think
two fools agree on that one. Oh, by the way, look, we got the wide shot.
there was you had accountability. Now what I can
Now all you need is a podcast and a YouTube channel.
no, not even.
Where give me the money. Show me the money.
Apparently there's a Foolproof page.
Shoot the J. Shoot it. Live on Facebook.com/Foolproof Entertainment Network. I need you on Twitter. I need you to repost the Facebook pages.
To raise a human before I would
Trust a human to raise back wolves?
before I would trust a pack of humans to raise a wolf.
Right. I hear you. Almost fucked up. Yo, what up, fools? Welcome to another edition of Do Fools Agree. As always, I am your host, Michael Reggie, here with my main man, Clifford Jordan Jennings. Cliff, what's going on, sir?
I can't call it.
You can't call it?
I can't call it, and if I could, they wouldn't answer.
I feel you on that. I'll share a little bit something later. Also joining us for the first time on Do Fools Agree, but second time on the network, TK.
Hey, what's up?
We got him back.
On.
I'm back
He
again.
obviously had a good time on Jeff's show. I told him he should come over for the real thing.
No, I had a great time. It was amazing. It was fun. I just couldn't go all out. I had to be serious, professional mode.
Well,
talk
you
about,
guys were representing the shop. And
yeah. Now I'm about to ruin our image.
Tonight,
I'm gonna ruin our image completely tonight.
Or improve it.
Right?
Or improve it.
It depends on what you're looking for, right?
We might get canceled, or we might blow up.
Listen.
Well, Cliff has been on a mission to get someone canceled, probably us, since we started this show. So, it is what it is. But I don't know, Cliff. You got any inadvertent thoughts to get us going?
You know what? I'm inadvertentless for real.
You're inadvertentless. All right.
Yeah, I'm inadvertentless at the moment. I might have to stall y'all out for a little bit. Something might come to me a little later.
All right.
Because I've had thoughts, but nothing comes to mind.
Nothing that you wrote down anyway.
Right. But I'm sure the conversation may stir something up in the old.
I mean, the good news is, well, maybe it's bad news. Maybe it's good news. I don't know. We didn't have any real topics for tonight, so this was going to be a more free-form show anyways, and that's usually when we have our best content.
Listen,
So
I prefer those.
My inadvertent thought, and TK, just so you can think about it a little bit while I'm giving mine, inadvertent thoughts are like your shower thoughts.
Okay.
Honestly, your pitch idea for your show, probably some of those could qualify. So for those that didn't listen to Mind and Body on Wednesday night, hosted by Jeff Pharion, brought to you by Pharion Counseling LLC, and presented by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. TK talked a little bit about a show Hot Tub Hot Takes.
Hot Tub Hot Takes, the show with hot tubs and even hotter takes. Suck it, hot ones. I'm taking your fucking moniker, dude. That shit's mine now.
It's already done.
It's
you
over.
See?
I'm coming.
We're getting the real TK now.
Coming.
The only way that will work is if with each question you got out of one tub and got into a hotter tub.
No. See, the way the show works is we're going to be in a hot tub. Mm-hmm. And basically the whole concept of this show came from I was on vacation with some friends. And I'm a very opinionated person.
Right.
And I'll tell you my opinion. I don't care what people think about my opinion.
Right.
I'm gonna say it because why not? You know?
Right.
And basically I was just like, I was drinking, I was a little drunk, and I was just throwing out a bunch of like just wild ass hot takes. And I earned the nickname the Tub King, and then I came up with the idea of the show Hot Tub Hot Takes.
Love it.
That's right.
Love it.
So
I told them whenever they get the hot tub,
if we get the hot
it
tub,
can be presented by the Foolproof Entertainment Network.
dude, I'm 100% down.
But my inadvertent thought this week's a little more serious, and it's having to do with the shit that I talked about a little bit last week. It's just gratitude, man. Like,
What did we talk about last week?
well, about we'll just say the incidents of the chaos of my wake from 4th of July. So I've been doing a lot of soul searching, a lot of deep dives into myself, which is never a good place for me to be, but it is shit that I need to deal with because I've never dealt with it before in my life. And my focus right now is just being grateful for shit. I mean, I recognize that I have a lot to be grateful for in my life, and I've kind of taken it not necessarily for granted. So this comes down to the way I was raised was you do ABC, you get XYZ.
Right.
And not being grateful for the fact of having XYZ and not feeling like I'm where I wanted to be from like a materialist standpoint, which isn't a great look. Not where
Your situation too, because I can't remember what I was listening to, but they said that the best thing to do when you wake up in the morning is think of something that you're grateful for, and if you can't think of anything that comes to mind, just saying the words gratitude send signals or chemicals in your mind to make you, more appreciative, even if you're not thinking of something that you're appreciative of.
Right. And I take that to heart because it's actually echoing something I heard from someone today, which was if you practice going through the motions and saying the words, eventually you start to like believe it yourself.
Right.
So I appreciate that. But
so
that was kind of the inadvertent thought of the week. Sorry to bring it down to start the show. We'll get it out of the way early before we get to the hot takes.
That's not a bring down at all.
Everybody needs to remember to be grateful.
Right.
I agree. And, I made some apologies from the chaos and had one that was actually straight up rejected. And I'm like, you know what? That's within his right. Whatever.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Right.
At this point, can't do anything about it. All I can do is change things going forward.
They don't have to forgive, but they should love you.
Well,
if they care about you, they would love you. They don't have to forgive you, though.
Yeah, and fortunately, this was somebody that I don't particularly know, don't particularly care, offended, had no business offending.
Well, you apologize. So
I apologize.
It's,
that's all
it's
I can
time
do.
to move on. That's
Right.
on them now. You don't know them.
I completely agree with that. So that's where we're at. What about you, TK? After I tried to stall for you for a little bit, you got any inadvertent thoughts from the week?
It's not a thought. I learned something new today. I like to learn new things, but I had this question. I got shitted on for this question at work because Keen's an asshole. But I was like,
is that the other dude that was?
That was the Frosty that was here. Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, man, what did they use before 911 was invented? Like, and so I was like, did they like make the emergency number 911 because of 9/11? And then they were like, oh, you're just a conspiracy theorist. And I'm like, no, this is a genuine question. So I looked it up. They didn't invent the universal 911 emergency line until 1967, and it was invented by AT&T.
Okay.
Fun fact. Learned that yesterday.
AT&T then Ohio Bell?
No,
Right?
it was
Or was-
AT&T still.
Okay. They
I
had
believe
merged
so.
at that point.
I believe so. It was still just AT&T. It was 1967, and then it wasn't implemented until 1968.
Kind of broadly
So what
or
was it
just on
before?
AT&T?
Like operator, like zero, connect me to.
Yeah, essentially. Or it was just like, hey,
Or you
I'm
had
being
your
stabbed,
local...
and they're just like, too fucking bad. You're getting stabbed. Should have thrown some hands, homie. Strap up. Should have hit him with the tully, dog. Why you getting stabbed?
Shouldn't have wore open-toed sandals.
Shouldn't have looked so sweet. Why was you looking sweet?
Why you dogging open-toe sandals right now, dog?
Because you
What's
can't
up?
run if you can't fight. You
That's
can't
true.
run.
You
can't
The only
dog,
place-
you can't dog open toe sandals. You're wearing slides.
Listen, I can run in these. These are athletic slides.
They do have the
not.
Puma logo.
They got the grip. They got the sock grip.
They got that
In
the traction
worst case
control
scenario,
system.
it's very easy to kick these
Off
off
and
and
run.
listen,
I hear you.
let's get to it.
I will only wear sandals at the beach or in my own home. So
I had this conversation with somebody the other day. I said, and this is just me personally, I feel like a man should only show his toes in his own home or at the beach. I don't feel like your toes should show in any other.
Especially because the Reggie got them hobbit feet, so I hear you on that.
I feel like if you have really gross feet, you should not show them out whatsoever. Even if you're like confident in yourself.
Even if they're pretty, you know what I mean? Like, who wants to see a pretty foot man?
There's some
True.
creepy dudes out there who are looking at your. Damn, them some sexy ass toes.
You think even dudes' feet? You think?
Bro,
we talked about that last week.
So if a gay guy got a foot fetish, he's definitely looking at dudes' feet.
That's true.
Well, I wouldn't even think of so much gay. I guess I was thinking, could your foot fetish be so strong that you don't care?
A foot's a foot.
Right, exactly.
A hole's a hole.
Right, I was waiting for that.
A hole's a hole. A toe's a toe, my guy.
I thought he was going to
If
say
that
a mouth's
shit
a mouth. But
If that shit look clean, if that shit look clean, it's time to fiend, baby.
So I think TK's a good fit for the show.
right.
We might have, if he's open to it, we might have a
I'll
good
be a regular. I don't care.
guest.
That is
I'll be here.
funny.
I don't have a life. I don't have
I
friends.
don't either.
I mean, shit. We originally started doing this to keep us out of trouble. So
There's not much trouble I can get into. I have a dog that I got to take care of.
there you go.
And
Well, I have a
and
child
snake.
and I get into trouble. So
I like to tell people that I have kids. A lie that I used to tell for the longest time to get out of like shit at like work or to get out of things was what I would tell people that I had to go like hang out with my kids for the weekend or something like that.
Right.
Like my manager's like,
nobody
okay.
asked questions
Yeah.
at that point.
Well, no, they started asking questions because I started using it so much, so the lie just became so intricate that I had it down pat. I had names. I had
names,
what they like.
ages, where
Look,
they go to
I had
school.
a 5-year-old daughter and a 4-year-old son, Devin and Jupiter. Shout out my kids.
My nephew's
They
name
ain't
is
here.
Jupiter.
Fucking love them kids. And then people would always
I said, let him keep.
people would always ask me like, oh, like, can I see a picture of your kids? And I'm like, no. They're like, why don't you have pictures of your kids? I'm like, I don't even take pictures of myself. So that like helped a lie because I don't actually have pictures of myself.
I worry about them getting onto social media.
Yeah, there's some creepy pedophiles
people
out here trying to lure my kids on Facebook.
Haven't you seen the fappening?
Plus, my kid's like 5. Why do you need to see a picture of
fappening?
the fappening? You don't know about the fappening?
No.
TK knows.
I know about. Oh, of course I know about the fappening.
What's it like a
This was like
comedy
when this was like
Nah.
when all the celebrity like phone hacks all got dropped at once. And
They
most of it
got
was,
weak
like,
ass
naked pictures
iCloud
and
passwords.
Oh, I
shit.
do know about that. What's her name from the Mocking?
Pretty much anybody.
Jennifer
that you're gonna
Lawrence.
name, but
Yeah,
yes,
I'm
Jennifer
gonna
Lawrence.
be honest. I saw like most of those pictures because I was curious, and
Right.
plus I was in high school, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna fucking celebrity titties, whatever."
Right.
This is probably gonna get me canceled. None of their nudes are good. I've seen a good majority of them. None of them are good. Most people don't take good nudes, especially celebrities. Celebrities do not take good nudes.
Right, because they're used to being touched up and everything, and when you see
They're
them
very
out
trashy looking.
in,
Like they're very like Jennifer Lawrence's trash. Awful. Terrible fucking nudes.
that actually makes me like her more though, because
She just takes
like,
bad nudes.
No, just the fact that
Just like her
just the
acting,
fact
her
that
nudes
she's
are terrible.
She's human at that point. Like I don't know. I'm like, she just wants to get dirty. All right.
I think they just think they're enough.
Right.
Like these are $1 million tits.
They're not.
enough.
They're not enough. They're not enough. They're not enough.
But you know that's how they think in their mind.
They can think that. Just know that
They're not.
They're not.
They could have kept
They're
them.
not.
They
They
said,
coulda-
who even clicked the download button on these pics?
What they need to do is work on their iCloud passwords because obviously they have some weak ass passwords.
Password 123.
123. Jennifer Lawrence is cool. Kate Upton, that's a weird password to have.
That's
We
weird.
really like Jennifer Lawrence for some reason.
Celebrity nudes. Huh?
Celebrity nudes.
Who are the best celebrity nudes you saw?
None of them. They're all terrible. Even like porn stars have pretty bad like selfie nudes. I frequent OnlyFans. I'm putting myself out there right now. I frequent OnlyFans. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
I support sex work, so I'm gonna frequent OnlyFans.
Right.
Most people don't take good nudes. Like
I think that's right.
nude selfies are kind of trash. They're like not good.
All right, so now I have to ask you the question that Cliff and I have we both have the same opinion on this.
Okay.
Professional porn versus amateur porn.
Oh, amateur.
All right,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
so-
different when it's
I'm
a
more of a-
still photo.
I was just about to ask.
That's kind of you feel where my line of thoughts going here.
So I like looking at the photos.
Okay,
they do nothing for me.
Fair enough. We also are the generation that grew up on, like, maybe not grew up on for Cliff and I. Anyways, you probably did, but you probably had it in your phone before you ever saw a magazine or anything.
That's actually not true.
No,
really?
No. My dad used to have porn magazines, and I would sneak them. And my uncle for my 13th birthday bought me a Maxim. Put that to good use for a while. I remember distinctly who it was too. It was Ariana Celeste, the UFC ring girl.
Yep.
Still a baddie, still a bombshell. Beautiful woman. Too. She's gorgeous.
Now see, your uncle got you a Maxim. Mine got me a Playboy signed by, actually 2 different Playboys, both signed by the Centerfolds because they had showed up at the bar he was working at.
How old were you? Because that's too young. I don't care. Like
I was like 14 or 15.
But even that, you're at the peak jack off age. You're gonna ruin these autographs.
I don't know. I was going at like.
I actually have the magazines. They're not ruined.
I was going at like 9.
My aim is true.
Listen,
I was jerking it at like 9. Nothing was coming out, and it was kind of just going until I got bored. But like, it was like I had cable, I had DirecTV, we had the premium package, we had HBO and all that.
Always just had to see what
the After Darks.
What would come through. Skinamax would come through for.
I got nothing out of it.
As long as you hit the TV the right way.
Before I got DirecTV, I had a TV that it was channel 99 was the porn channel. And, it was like if I put the antenna just right and I smacked it hard enough, it would come through for like 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's about right. That's all you needed.
And then I had to find the new antenna signal. I don't know why that channel is on there if like it never came through.
Right.
It's like what? It's like just cock tease. It's like we had this premium channel.
They only
no one ever seen it.
Just enough.
It's like you got to get the picture to come in just enough to see a nipple, and that's it. And then it's gone.
Right. Static. That's
not
crazy.
doing it.
Until you get those scramblers. They had all of them.
Now it's IPTV, and now I mean that kind of shit's on your phone.
Right.
Whatever.
Now you just got Pornhub and stuff like that.
Right, apps and shit.
Yeah.
Smart TVs, just pop the app up.
People who watch porn on their television are disgusting.
I think so too.
If you, that is like, I will never understand. Like people have asked me, they're like, oh, you're just watching it on your television? I'm like, no, I use my phone. Like
a normal person.
Like a normal person. I can go into my bathroom and I can like fucking, be like, I can't carry a laptop into the bathroom. Like, also, if you're looking at porn on your laptop, fucking stop. You go on there. If you're letting people, if you're letting people use your smartphone, you have a lot of trust. I have trust issues. You're not. I don't care who you are. You're not getting on my phone.
Man, that is funny. No laptop porn.
Laptop porn, dude. Just imagine you see your roommate walking in the bathroom with his laptop. And you're just like, what are you doing? Like, this is weird.
That is funny as hell. Maybe he wants to take a bath and watch a movie on Netflix.
Nah.
You get 10 minutes in that bath. Anything longer than that, I'm coming in there and I'm drowning you.
10 minutes in the bath? I don't know. It depends.
10 minutes is long enough in a bath.
It depends. Listen, sometimes.
Depends what kind of tub you got, too.
Unless
you just got like a normal ass bathtub, or you got like a jacuzzi tub.
Nope, normal tub and all. Epsom salt, all that shit.
No,
in
see,
there.
I don't accept that.
Beers on the side and a movie on.
Unless you're an athlete, don't take a bath over 10 minutes.
I need it. I need it.
Wasting my fucking time. I gotta take a shit and you're in here taking a bath.
Well, listen, I'm the only bear in my cave.
I got a roommate, so I don't really take baths.
Yeah, I don't miss those days.
I do take baths after I work out, though. Gotta take those Epsom salt baths to get those muscles right.
I can't remember the last time I just took a bath.
Every time I go on vacation, I make sure I get like bath bombs and like a sugar scrub. You know, I treat myself. Take a nice bath. It's vacation though. If you're like rushing me out of the bathroom, it's like, bro, fuck you, go outside or something.
Right.
We're on vacation. Let me do my thing. I just popped this bath bomb. I'm like 2 minutes into Bitches Brew. I got like 3 more hours of this fucking album. Let Miles do his thing. Get the fuck out. I'm taking a bath.
Smoke a joint.
Oh, for sure.
Listen.
Going back to what you said about beer in the bath, you ever had shower beers?
I
Not since
do.
college.
I have. I actually did. Was it in the week or the weekend? It was just recently. It was within the past 5 days, is what I know. Because I drank a beer and I forgot I had to, cracked a beer and forgot I had to go somewhere. And I was like, I need to get in the shower. So I just set it right on the edge of and drank it while I washed.
There you go.
I buy very specific beer to take showers with.
Really?
Yeah.
What's your shower
I
beer
either get Hams or Natter Days.
I've never had either.
Hams are delicious. It's a very cheap beer, but it's like good cheap beer. It's like
Right.
it's better than Pabst Blue Ribbon. Pabst Blue Ribbon is like dog shit, but Hams.
I don't understand how Pabst became like the hipster beer of choice. I just don't.
Because hipsters have no taste.
no,
Have you
that's
heard their
bad.
music? Hipsters are the ones who invented interpretive fucking art.
Says the one that has the shop down in like campus area. Short
This
north.
is so HUD area. This is so HUD.
The fact that you're calling it so HUD is hipster.
I didn't choose where to put the shop. I just chose to
South
work there.
Hudson?
Yeah, South Hudson.
So I will.
It
I
sounds
will,
like the most ghetto thing ever.
You know, it's funny
Yeah,
because
South
Cliff and I had
Hudson,
this conversation earlier. He was like, "So the shop, we talking like Cleveland Ave, or we talking Supercuts?" And I'm like, I don't know if I could know. Like, it's neither of those things.
Well, I mean, it gave me. Well, definitely it wouldn't be the vibe, and I could tell from listening to y'all, it's definitely not a Supercuts vibe. But when I looked at the website that Mike sent me, and I saw that y'all took pictures of your shears, I was like, yeah, they're a little more Supercuts than Cleveland Avenue.
And then my point was,
We're more upscale than Supercuts.
Right?
We can,
really?
Yeah, we can cut hair.
Well, that's
We can actually cut hair.
fair.
I'm not afraid to call out Supercuts.
I have no problem
Fuck
with
Where'd you go to
Supercuts.
barber school at?
Ohio State College of Barber Styling, OSBC,
Where's that at?
in the hood, Whitehall. Just it's actually just up
Oh,
the road
abroad.
a bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I went to the
Right
one
next to the
on-
thrift store. I saw a dude beat up his uncle in front of that thrift store while going to that school.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
see
that
some
shit was
things out
wild.
there.
There was
I
also a
didn't-
drug bust at that school. Some
Yeah.
dude got raided. He had like a pound of coke in his car for some reason, and he was like selling at school. And I'm like, stop, get your education.
Even if you were going to do that, why do you need the whole pound in your car?
He's moving weight. He don't do small sales.
Listen.
He's the Costco of drug
Let me
dealers.
put my foot, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, I don't know. And then you're in barber school, like, wait till he gets a cut and pop the trunk. Like, where he's got a whole brick in there. Pop the trunk. while he's
Allegedly,
cutting
allegedly.
hair.
The lawyer lady up there in the booth is
Allegedly.
telling me to say allegedly.
Right.
Allegedly.
But yeah, no, I went to OSU, the one on Morris and Carl.
Okay.
Sounds like you're younger, so they've been away from. I think they moved to Bryce Road probably like 10 years ago.
There's only 2 barber schools in Columbus now. Well, technically one is in Westerville, but technically Columbus.
Westerville.
Yeah, it's like brand new. It opened like 2019, I
So
think.
is the one on Bryce still open?
Nope. It's just the one I went to, and then the one in Westerville.
Back in the day, there was one on Morris and Carl right by that police station.
Yeah.
That's where I went to. Good times. That was great times. It was right next to the bar, too. Did y'all do Thirsty Thursdays at y'all's barber school?
No, there used to be an Applebee's, but then the Applebee's closed down. But we also, the school, like all the students were banned from going to the Applebee's because people were hitting on the waitresses.
For real?
Yeah. My barber school was basically like going to prison because literally everybody was
Listen,
fresh out of
I
prison.
know how it goes.
Everybody was a criminal for the most part. They were all cool as hell. I don't know how I survived.
Unless they're violent offenders, most are.
I mean, most of them are violent offenders.
Oh, all right.
Or, well, no, they're not, because you can't be a violent offender
And get a license.
and get a and go to barber school. Well, no, it's like I think it's state law. It might be state law, which is stupid.
Don't disagree.
Well, it's the proximity to like straight razors and scissors
Sharp
and
objects.
being close to.
I don't know.
people.
I would trust a guy who went to jail for shooting with a razor. He didn't go to jail for stabbing. He went to jail for shooting, so I trust him with a razor.
Implicitly.
He might be able to
Implicitly.
throw it at me. I don't know if
I don't know. If you're shooting, he probably can't throw worth a damn. He's not out here Tom Brady and razors at people.
he's stupid.
What you?
But then we used to do Thirsty Thursdays. We go to the liquor store and fill up little coffee cups and drink at your station
Nice.
for the last 2 hours. Did y'all have long days on Thursdays?
Our long days was Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we had long
Thursdays, We
Wednesdays.
had to go 12 to 9.
We went 9 to 6, 9 to 7. So yeah, our school started at 9. It was
How long did it take you to graduate?
took me a year.
Oh yeah, you were on your shit.
Yeah, slightly over a year. Because I started on 9/11. Shout out 9/11. And then I graduated in October. Or I got my license in October. October
Took me a little
31st, which is
little
my
over
favorite
2
holiday.
years.
So it kind of like coincides. It's kind of nice.
A little Halloween action.
Yeah. Halloween's the greatest holiday. Fuck Christmas. It's like Halloween, Thanksgiving, Ramadan, Kwanzaa,
Damn.
Hanukkah, Lent,
My nigga
Arbor Day,
fast and open presents.
Flag Day, Christmas. Christmas is a bottom tier.
TK?
A lot of people. Christmas is a bottom tier holiday.
He saw mommy kissing Santa Claus. Is what happened.
Unless Santa Claus was black, I doubt that happened.
Well,
It depends on what house you're.
Haven't you heard the Snoop Dogg song?
no.
Santa Claus don't come to the ghetto. Santa Claus don't go to the ghetto.
I thought he went straight to the ghetto.
Nah, I grew up on Cleveland Ave, dog. Santa Claus don't come to the hood.
Listen,
He afraid he gonna get robbed.
somebody come out there.
You know Santa Claus is riding on like 20 foes. Somebody gonna take them bitches.
And he's got a pound of coke in the back.
He's got a pound in his trunk. Santa moving bricks, bro. How you think he can give away all these toys for free? Santa is moving weight.
Just don't raid him on the 24th.
Santa is moving weight.
Leave Santa alone.
Only way he can
24th.
afford to pay for all these free toys. Well, he doesn't pay for them. He like has slaves.
You know what? That's some shit though, right?
Here
Because
comes the inadvertent thought.
yeah, huh? Because you got parents slaving all year round.
And
to
someone
make
else
sure-
taking credit.
Right, and to put another motherfucker's name on.
That's why it's a bottom tier holiday.
See, what I will say is we put Santa on the bottom tier gifts. Anything that's not like
It's like
clothes
this,
or
this nigga Santa got me some socks, bro.
Right.
Fuck Santa.
Right.
Fuck Santa, dude.
Santa ain't getting no goddamn credit.
He
My
ain't
house
getting no
actually got
credit.
in trouble for
For not
cause
big
the
mom
fuck?
or grandma.
baby mom, you know that they don't give a fuck about none
Yeah,
of
I
that.
didn't think that.
But shit, like I'm not about to be Santa and you know how much I paid for this shit? You think Santa brought you this shit?
Santa didn't bring you no Yeezys. I bought them bitches.
Fuck.
He ain't getting no credit for that Xbox One. I got that.
Next thing I know, I'm getting calls.
I found out that Santa Claus wasn't real because I noticed that my mom and Santa Claus wrote their S's the same. My mom has a very distinct handwriting style. So
Sherlock Holmes over here.
I was like, damn, this nigga Santa took the same writing class as my
He
mom.
over there comparing letters and cards.
So, wait a minute.
I wasn't even bummed when I found out. I was like, whatever. I don't care.
Next year,
I
mom
was like,
made her cards with magazine letters.
Looking like a ransom note.
When I found out that Santa wasn't real, I wasn't too bummed. I never got anything that like I wanted because I grew up poor, but it's like I didn't ever get anything that was like all like the top tier items on my
Right,
Christmas
right.
list. I didn't get those. I always got like a couple middle tiers, and then I got a lot of the lower tier shit, and then a lot of random shit that I didn't really care about. But
Right.
so I never really fucked with Santa.
I mean, I get that. I think honestly the most memorable quote unquote Santa gift I got was Super Mario Brothers 3 in the stocking. It's the one that I remember was quote unquote from Santa.
Nah. I mean, my mom tried to keep it going for a little bit, but
Did
I
she?
wasn't really that kind of kid anyway.
True.
And then my dad all he used to give me was money and his old jewelry.
You did rock some jewelry back in the
Yeah.
day.
Did you ever get Jupe?
What's that?
It's a cologne. It's an old people cologne.
Oh no, no.
Jupe.
I know what you're talking about.
It
now,
fucking
though.
stinks. It does not smell good. One of my old roommates used to like wear it religiously. It fucking stinks. It smells
Why,
like
though? Like because that's the only cologne they knew, or they like saw it in their dad's cabinet. And
he wore it because women hate the smell of it. Unless you're like an 80-year-old retiree named Gertrude, you're not fucking with Jews.
He's just
why
trying to
would
find
he
a sugar
wear it?
mama.
What did he wear it for?
He wanted to be single, and so he would wear it to repel the women. Because you'd smell it, and you'd be like, "This fucking stinks," and you would realize it's him, and you're like, "This sucks. Get me away from this man."
I just
He smells like mothballs and peppermints.
He could have saved his money and just.
Well, he got it for free. He had a friend whose grandma every year would give him juice for Christmas, and so he would give it to him.
Regifted.
He would re-gift the jupe.
Oh,
Regifted
man.
juke. There you go.
This holiday season, give the gift of jupe.
Man. I didn't even know they made cologne. I thought it was only aftershave.
It's the same thing.
Is it?
Yeah, aftershave cologne is the same thing.
I guess.
The real difference is perfume. Men can wear perfume too. If you want your scents to last longer, you buy perfume. Cologne is just alcohol based, so you buy perfume. Yeah, so you wear perfume and it lasts longer.
But how do you find a perfume?
It'll say if it says I think if it says
like a men's smelling perfume.
Yeah, there's men's
Okay.
there's like men's products out there that it'll say perfume on it, or it'll say like cologne. Yeah.
911. Listen.
Also, if you spray it behind your ears, you can smell it better, and then people react to the smell better because it's closer.
Intriguing.
Instead of putting it on your neck, where it's like somewhere like someone's
Where
gonna
it's
like
almost closed off. Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah.
it's like you put it
Is
behind
it?
your ears. You put like yeah.
Carl was a big cologne guy. He always
put
talked
some on
about
your
putting
wrist.
on it smell good before
You
he
spray it
went
on
out.
your wrist, and then you spray it behind your ears.
No, I did spray it on my wrist, but I always felt like necklace because you give people hugs.
Well,
But if you put it behind
the
your
ear,
ears,
it makes sense there too because.
what if you get like what if a girl's trying to kiss you on the neck and she kisses you and she's like, you taste like fucking cologne?
Well, that's only the first couple licks. It's like a Tootsie Pop.
That's not
Gotta
true.
get to the center.
You crack it.
Are you
after
telling me that
3.
she's gonna lick you 3 times and then bite the shit out of your neck?
Holy
Bro,
she's
I only-
an owl.
I only got 3 licks
Only
in
if
on a
she's giving
Tootsie
me a
Pop
good
before I
time.
started chewing on that shit.
She is an owl, but yeah, you can get through that.
Shout out to Uncle Dan and Travis Awesome out in the chat. What's up, fellas?
Oh, what's going on?
Travis just said, "What's up?" Dan was chiming in on the no gatekeeping. Fuck all y'all. Free the piggies. I believe that was the men's open-toed shoes.
All
Wait,
right,
who
but
said that?
My uncle.
You're
Your
old.
uncle?
You're old
Listen.
now, Unc.
Listen, Reggie's uncle. If I ever catch you wearing open-toed shoes in the streets with your piggies out,
One of them ain't coming back from the market.
we out here capping piggies.
You ain't ever gonna see him in open area anyway. So
Right.
he's a hermit.
One of them
Hermit.
piggies ain't coming back
One of them
from the
piggies.
market.
He's staying for an extra helping the roast beef.
Oh goodness gracious!
Oh man, what was we talking about?
Fine, though, dude.
I think we really just been bullshit.
We have been the whole fucking time.
I'm really good at going on tangents.
Right.
I said it on Wednesday that I'm really good at bullshitting and I can start a conversation about anything, and I wasn't lying.
Listen,
It's true. There was a whole segment on bullshitting is care.
what's been going on though? I don't think anything's been going on like socially. Like what news is there?
Donald Trump's back.
He never left. He's
He-
taking back over in August. I hear is what I'm hearing.
Oh, I heard this crazy
Really?
QAnon conspiracy. This shit
all
was
QAnon shit.
wild. There's a lady out there. She's like I don't remember who where it was from, but I was watching some communist propaganda
Right.
deliciousness on YouTube. But this lady was being interviewed, and she had a shirt that said Trump Kennedy.
I saw this. I saw
2021.
this.
And this lady full-heartedly believes that JFK Jr., who died in a plane crash, is
Right.
still alive, and homie's gonna rise out of the ground like Jesus Christ
Right.
and be Donald Trump's vice president. That man is a plant.
I
He is not coming back.
I don't understand. I've never understood. I watched the whole QAnon doc on HBO.
Dude, they believe some loony ass shit.
They do.
They believe that there's a pizza place raping kids in the basement.
That
First of all,
Cosmic Pizza?
yeah,
Pizzagate thing. Yeah,
you know how much
yeah.
room you need to have like a fucking rape dungeon? I'm not speaking from experience, but just in the logistics.
Wait.
Allegedly.
Allegedly,
The lawyer.
but just
In
in
the video game.
just the logistics can't violate TOS.
First of all, you can't have just 12 stairs. You gotta at least have a 24 to 32 joint.
Oh yeah, you need like a spiral staircase.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta have like a secondary door at the bottom of
Right.
the steel.
You have to have the
So
escape escape door.
insulation.
Unless that bitch is a Domino's, ain't nobody got a rape dungeon underneath a pizza place. Unless they a Domino's, ain't nobody got a rape dungeon underneath a pizza place.
That is funny. That's funny as hell.
Unlike Wu-Tang, Domino's is not for the kids.
Man,
No.
I don't like Domino's.
Domino's.
Domino's
I mean,
sucks. I worked there. It was fucking god awful, and
I
the
don't
food
like
is
Domino's.
shit.
That's one of my bottoms.
It's definitely bottom tier pizza.
it's definitely bottom tier pizza, but I don't know. I never tried it again after they went through their whole rebrand and new recipes and all that shit. And
It's
I was
trash.
yeah.
They
It didn't get better.
They did that? I didn't
Yeah,
know they
because
did
everybody was
that.
like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
back
your
in, like,
pizza
the
sauce tastes like
2010s.
ketchup and blah 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 blah."
Oh, really?
Yeah, now their pizza sauce tastes like ass cheeks.
The only thing I would eat from there is that it was the thin crust spinach, chicken, and bacon with the Alfredo sauce or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one of the specialty type joints.
their
the
specialty
airport.
chicken is bussin'. The barbecue sweet barbecue bacon specialty chicken from Domino's is like the only good thing on the menu,
I don't know nothing about that.
bro. If you ever decide to hate yourself
Put
and
through
Right.
get Domino's, the sweet barbecue bacon chicken, bussin', delicious.
I wonder why places like that. Well, probably not enough people. But I was going to say, I wonder why places like that don't have like separate turkey bacon.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean? For,
Turkey
like,
bacon's
people that
fucking
don't eat
trash.
Pork. It's better than nothing.
It's fucking garbage. Look, as a person who frequents between turkey bacon and pork bacon,
And it depends on what kind
Turkey
of
bacon
turkey
sucks.
bacon you get too.
it's all buns.
Nah.
It's rubbery.
Nah.
It
depends
tastes
on
like the
what
bottom
kind
of a Nike.
It depends on what kind you get.
You can't have a delicious like sandwich with bacon on it if you're using turkey bacon.
You think not?
That's like
Yeah, I don't know.
that's like
I don't
going to a
think so.
cookout and your white friend brings potato salad with raisins in it. Like if you hand me a BLT with turkey bacon on it, I'm throwing hands. We are fighting.
Yeah, no, I would never.
That's like calling somebody's grandma a bitch.
I would never
Like that
serve
is
it unless you
a
ask
whole
for it.
new level of disrespect. That's like giving somebody cauliflower pizza crust. That's like it's just disrespectful.
See, the Kali pizza,
Trash. It's buns.
most of it
I've
is
never
trash.
had it.
There are like one or two brands, like frozen pizza wise, like if you just need like a side for a meal, it's tolerable. I will never say that it's good, but there are some that are tolerable.
All right, I'm gonna describe the taste for you. You know, you ever like take a shower and you get out and you look at yourself and you're like, man, I fucking hate myself. That's
That's what cauliflower pizza
That's what
tastes like.
cauliflower pizza tastes like. Wet self-hate is what cauliflower pizza tastes like. Soggy self-hate.
I mean,
shit.
when you think about it, I feel like it correlates. Because you have to have some sort of self-hate to eat a cauliflower pizza.
Anybody on a
no
keto,
doubt.
anybody on a keto diet,
Right, you know what I mean? Like
it's just
you're
pure
not,
self-hate.
Right, you're not comfortable with yourself. I can't feel comfortable eating a regular crust pizza.
My
I'll do
jumper's
cauliflower.
trash.
I tried-
I gotta eat cauliflower pizza. I got a free throw percentage like Ben Simmons.
Oh, shit.
I got defense. Like
He might have to
Isaiah
go the
Thomas.
trifecta and show up on Hit the Showers.
I got some really good sports hot takes.
Listen, we do that as well.
The whole concept with Hit the Showers, at least the end tag, is They call someone out, basically tell them to hit the showers.
Yeah, whoever fucked up the most.
Ben Simmons needs to go to fucking China and never come back to America.
Man, they're trying to get him in Cleveland, they said.
Yeah.
The Cavaliers will die.
They will.
A shitty team. They get one championship. That's it.
That's
Nah,
it.
they
No
probably
more.
gonna be back.
Nah, they ain't getting shit else.
Cleveland getting back. They
Nah,
gonna be back.
nope. They drafted Colin Sexton. They're not getting anywhere in life.
Man, Colin Sexton was a good pick.
He's a bum.
He just didn't pan out. No, he ain't a bum. He's just selfish.
He's a bum. Darius Garland's a bum. Kevin Love is old. I don't know who else. Larry Nance Jr. Hey, shout out Larry Nance Jr. He's actually good. I don't like Larry Nance Jr. He's good.
I know he's not a Cleveland fan.
Shady Osmond, I'm not a Cleveland fan. I'm a Mavericks fan actually.
Mavericks.
Yeah, we're not too hot either. Kristaps Porzingis, get the fuck off my team, you
Man,
bum.
listen. He ain't been the same since year 3 in New York.
New York killed it out of him. They
had
murdered
to do
his
too
soul.
much.
Yeah. He
He was
also
hot
doesn't
when
have.
he came out though. He was hot when
Yeah.
he came out.
He also doesn't have any ankles anymore, so
Right.
that doesn't help.
He was
Luka's
playing
like
like a-
carrying that team. He's like him and Tim Hardaway Jr.
They looking at who did they say they trying to get Kawhi.
Yeah, I would like that. Get rid of Kristaps and
That
give
would
us
make
Kawhi.
sense. That would make sense.
We also need a point guard so Luka can stop running point.
Right.
He also needs to lose weight.
But even
Luka,
if
you're
y'all
fat.
do-
I love you, but you're
No
fat.
fat shaming on this show, please.
As a fat man myself, you're fat. Lose some fucking
He's a
weight.
little pudgy though, isn't he? It's his 3rd year.
Yeah.
You'd have thought he'd have tightened up a little bit.
Nah.
I don't know, man.
He's hitting the Swiss rolls and
But
not
I mean, his
not the weights.
stamina's there because
Yeah.
look how much they got him working.
I mean, he has to. They ain't got nobody else. Tim Hardaway Jr. can't even get approval from his father.
That's all I want. That's all I want.
I was watching a game and his dad was there and he just looked so disappointed the whole time.
Damn. He ain't bad though. He's just a role
He's not.
player.
No, he's great. I love Tim Hardaway Jr. I prefer
a role
him. I wish we
player.
would have kept Steph Curry though.
Y'all
Steph
should've.
was a hoss. Now he's in
Whoever
Philadelphia.
lets him develop is gonna have a gym on their hands.
I mean, he's
They
not going
gotta
to develop
do
in
it-
Philly.
Right, that's what I was saying. They got to do it quick.
They're losing time.
They got to do it quick.
That man also just wants approval from his father too.
Right, and his brother.
All of it.
And
Just
his
looking for
brother.
the fan.
Steph don't care about him.
So speaking of the NBA, anybody check out Space Jam 2?
Oh, it did come out
It did
tonight.
drop.
I did.
yesterday.
I did order BarkBox for my dog today, and they. I got I got a promo code for a free Toon Squad jersey, so my dog's
Nice.
getting the Toon Squad jersey.
There
What's
you
the
go.
bark box?
It's like a toy subscription box for dogs,
Okay.
so I had to get that
Okay.
mainly for the Toon Squad jersey to put my dog in.
What
He's-
kind of dog you got?
He's a pit bull black lab mix.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a
Alright.
cutie. He's a big baby.
I miss having a big dog.
He's not like super huge. He's medium sized. He
Okay.
might grow a little bit more, but I doubt it because
Right.
he's a year and a half already.
Okay.
I adopted him like 2 months ago, but I love him to death. He's
Good.
he's an annoying piece of shit, but I love him.
That's my thing. I just.
I get it. That's
I
my
don't
wife's
want
dog.
another animal in the house with me.
You used to smoke up with Lipka, so.
That she wouldn't mind. That's like
That's
when,
true.
It's like
That's
when
true.
your uncle, like those are his kids. I just fuck with them when I see them.
Yeah. I hear you. So Cliff and I lived together for what, like a year and a half, 2 years when I first moved back. And he and my cat got along just fine. But you could throw her out anytime you wanted. That was probably part of it
She
too.
used to leave you alone. Listen,
Yeah.
As soon as the joint went out, she was out your hair.
She was just trying to puff up past
My
me.
dog doesn't like weed. I've
For real?
tried to get my dog to smoke with me.
I know she would like put her like if you wouldn't like if I was just smoking and I would ignore her like watching the TV, she would like
Nah,
her head up, like-
need into you.
like knows like I'm waiting for
Blow some. Let's
right,
go.
what's
Hook me
going
up.
on.
Yeah, my dog's not like
And I
that.
hate cats.
I'm not
I
a big
didn't
cat
mind.
guy
I didn't
either.
mind that one though.
Nah, she's alright. My wife hates her.
I hate
Almost
cats.
as much as I dislike the dog. I won't go as far as hating Louis, but he pisses me off. He's obnoxious.
I'm not a cat guy.
What are you gonna do? All right, so nobody saw Space Jam.
I'm gonna check it out though.
I will too.
I'll probably get high and watch it. I was gonna watch it, but then I was watching Harley Quinn instead.
I forgot. Did
Nice.
that come?
The cartoon or
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dude, that show is so fucking funny.
I
King
heard-
Shark, best character on the show.
Yeah.
Is that the one from the new Suicide Squad? Shark looking.
Yeah,
dude?
he's in the new Suicide Squad movie, but he's in the Harley Quinn cartoon as well.
Now the only thing I know about the Harley Quinn cartoon is that heroes don't eat pussy.
Yeah, Batman doesn't eat pussy.
This is the whole
Batman is the
Batman
DJ Khaled of the
controversy.
DC universe. He doesn't eat pussy, which is a shame because it's great. It's a fun time.
You should.
You know Batman eats pussy. Batman eats pussy on
Does
that
Batman
time
or
of the
does
month.
Bruce Wayne?
No, he definitely wears the costume. It's
No,
his-
Batman. Right,
it's his kink.
right. Batman does for sure.
Batman eats pussy.
Bruce Wayne.
I feel like Batman doesn't eat pussy, but he definitely eats ass. He like doesn't. He doesn't want to eat the pussy, but he'll eat the ass. He's an ass man.
Batman's an ass man. Just-
All right, I need evidence. Support your case.
Go to rule34.com. Type in Batman. There's your evidence.
All right, fair enough.
Exactly.
34.
If Zack Snyder can do it, I can do it too.
That is funny.
I'm trying to think what else. Any good shows? Anybody watching anything?
Trying to think.
Loki just wrapped up.
I haven't
I
watched
feel
that.
like
I probably
have
won't
been
watch
watching
it.
something new. I don't remember what though.
I do want to get a tattoo of Crocodile Loki. I haven't seen the Loki show and I won't fucking watch it, but I do want a tattoo of Croaky.
I will say that the Loki show is a good end-to-end like character study on him, and I think at the end of the day, they approach time travel and things like that differently than I've seen before, and that was why I thought the show was good.
Did they talk about his pansexuality? I think canonically in the comic books he's bisexual, but technically he's pansexual.
So I think they hint at it once or twice. The interesting twist on all of it is that he kind of falls for a female version of himself, which is a little weird.
Do you know in Norse mythology he has a son that's a wolf?
Really?
Yeah, Fenrir. So he has a son that's a wolf that is like super strong and powerful. Short story version. He gets chained up by Odin. He'll get free and basically destroy the world during Ragnarok. But he also has a son that's a snake, who's the world serpent, I believe.
So he was just fucking animals. He was in the.
Well, he was fucking giants because he is a giant.
Right.
But he was I think the mother of Fenrir and the world serpent were giants. Mythology's weird.
Yeah, especially Norse mythology.
We also don't have a lot of evidence of Norse mythology. Thanks, Christians.
Burnt that shit to the ground.
They did.
For
They
a lot,
fucking
you
they
can think
got
that-
rid of that shit. They got rid of all the fun stuff.
They were the erasers of the world.
Christianity is like, I know a lot of Christians. I love Christians. I used to be one, but it's the biggest hater religion.
I mean, it really is.
They hate on everything.
It's unfortunate because I feel like when it comes to Christianity, and obviously Christianity in and of itself is very diverse, I think that is almost like a parish by parish, congregation by congregation kind of thing.
Yeah.
At least that's my experience having
that's definitely the experience.
been to, all different types of Christian churches, Baptist, Methodist, Catholic.
I got like a
I went
gaggle
to
of
Catholic
Christians.
school for 7 years, so.
Well, not to defend anyone here, but I feel like that blame would fall on Catholicism, and then I feel like Christianity was birthed from that.
Christianity came before Catholicism.
Yeah, Christianity.
People like to twist it around, but technically Christianity came before Catholicism because Catholicism is a divination of, I don't know if that's the right word or not.
I know what word you're looking for. I don't think it's divination. It's it's basically an offshoot, but I'm trying to think of the.
It's
I'm
not
trying to
a
think of the word you're thinking
derivative?
of.
Nah, maybe.
Derivative actually may be an appropriate term.
Yeah, it's not a I can't even think. It's not a I forget the word, but it's not like being like Baptist or
It's not like
Lutheran
an
or anything.
origin.
Right.
Yeah, it's its whole separate thing.
Right.
They like
Okay, I'm following what you're saying.
they basically took Christianity and they're like, how can we make this
Even worse.
less cool and add a little bit more molesting to it?
Right.
It's like,
Allegedly,
how can we get
allegedly.
kid touching
The lawyer
involved?
lady up there in the booth is telling me to say allegedly.
That's not alleged. That's true.
Yeah, I don't think that's alleged.
Fair enough.
Catholics were out here touching kids.
Still to this day, baby.
Still to this day, they out here clapping kid cheeks.
It's not right.
I never said it was.
I am going to move this one along.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Damn.
I don't even know how we got there. We started with Norse mythology, I think, which actually Uncle Dan is a big fan of. I actually like the concept of Ragnarok and time being cyclical and how it's basically a rebirth and
Yeah.
I'd rather sacrifice a lamb than clap a kid cheek.
I'd rather not do either of those. All right. So I love Norse mythology. I'm actually a Satanist, but Norse mythology is really cool to study and stuff like that, and kind of like the parallels between the two ideologies in like, the
Right.
religions and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
So
we've had a
what,
fair amount of religion talk and like spirituality talk on the show lately.
so what led you to Satanism?
So
And I don't judge by no means.
that's fine.
I'm just asking.
So
curiosity.
for me, there's like a bunch of different offshoots of Satanism, just like with anything.
Yeah.
There's modern Satanism, which is like LaVeyan Satanism, which was founded by Anton LaVey. They're basically atheists who, it's like the whole thing with Satanism is like they don't actually worship the devil. Because they're atheists, they don't believe in gods and things like that.
Right.
LaVeyan Satanist or modern day Satanist, it's more of a self-empowerment thing like that, and a way to serve the community and putting one's needs first while not hindering the will and the needs of others at the same time.
Okay.
But then there's like theistic Satanism, which is like, oh, I believe in the devil in the Bible, which actually isn't who we think it is. It's not actually Lucifer in the Bible because he can't be Satan, because Satan in Greek means adversary, and because Lucifer was an angel,
Right,
or technically he was
fallen.
a cherub, he's not an adversary to God because he's not on an equal playing field of God.
Right.
But I'm more of like a mixture of like modern day Satanism. I'm very do whatever you want as long as it doesn't interfere with others. But I'm also very spiritually minded because I know that like there's definitely something else out there.
Right.
And I'm very in touch and in tune with like spirituality
Right.
and things like that, and the spiritual realm and things like that.
You know,
I
that's
also
really-
practice magic a bit, but that's a whole different like rabbit hole that I don't want to go
What kind
down.
of magic?
Chaos magic. It's the fun magic. It's basically the magic that you do whatever you like. You use the energies of time and space to do whatever you want. And what people don't tell you though is that all like practical forms of magic, because there's the right hand path, the left hand path, and then there's chaos magic. It's all basically just using sex for magic purposes, because you need a lot of cum for magic, and they don't tell you that.
Really?
Yeah, because when you do magic, you have to put your essence into it, and so the purest form of your essence is cum. You could use like spit and things like that, but it won't be as powerful.
What about blood?
You could use blood, but that's
The
messy.
blood magic is. That's
Blood
a
magic
different
is
thing.
sketchy.
Right.
It's sketchy.
That's a completely different.
You
thing.
can never use. You shouldn't use blood, and you shouldn't use magic to affect others. Magic should be a thing that you use to
Have you ever done
use on yourself.
anything magically that's tripped yourself out?
No.
No.
No. Because with magic, you have to be like very specific on the things that you want, and I don't try to use it often because it's long, it's complicated,
Yeah.
it takes time. It's not a quick, instant thing like
It's
that.
not what you see in movies, basically.
Yeah, it's different. It's basically
It's not D&D.
it's putting your energies into the universe to manipulate the energy of the universe to garner the things that you want.
Well,
I
see,
mean,
that's
there's some of that.
different,
There's
right?
some of that in like the Wiccan and witchcraft type
Yeah,
stuff too.
it's
but
all
like-
basically around the same stuff,
Yeah.
but there's like different practices. Like with Wiccan, you worship a specific god or goddess, and
It's
things
usually
like
nature
that.
related.
Yeah, it's very heavily nature related.
Nah, my mom she's not. I wouldn't call her like a very, generally speaking, like a very spiritual or like. But she did some things around. I'm trying to remember. It was basically something. She handed me something when I moved back here after college, before I got my first job, which took me back to Pittsburgh. She had crafted something that was like it was basically a pouch with like sage and some other things, and told me just to keep it in my wallet. And within 2 weeks, maybe, I had a job offer.
Yeah.
And so, like, I respect that kind of stuff, and I do. Cliff and I have talked about this a little bit lately around, like, our understanding of the universe is very limited.
Oh, for certain.
And it is certainly from an arrogant human perspective, meaning we think we know more than we do.
Right.
And kind of tying back to the journey I was talking about earlier, like I've been thinking a lot about that lately, and it's, you know, we've talked about it, and I've talked about it in the sense of like big nerd, Star Wars fan, like having a belief in something like the Force, like the universe is interconnected in ways that we don't understand, and it flows the way it wants to. There is no light, there is no dark.
Yeah.
It is a mesh of all of that, and it is always trying to maintain balance within itself.
Right.
And you can manipulate it to an extent, but that likely has costs associated with it.
Yeah, that's where the specificality of like chaos magic and stuff comes into that. So it's like, if you're like, oh, I want to be rich, it's like, well, how are you gonna get rich? You could get hit by a car and win a lawsuit and become rich, or you could like win the lottery. It's like you gotta like have a very direct purpose for what you want to do.
Right. Well, I feel like that's not like tomato, but I mean like that's just word association, because some people would associate what you're describing with just their aura and being.
Yeah.
You can put your energy into things to make things manifest.
Right, and that was another topic on Jeff's show a couple of weeks ago.
Specifically, magic wouldn't be the first word that comes to my mind when I say that happens. Yeah. That's more so, I guess, will.
It's energies, vibrations.
Like, it's all the same thing. Yeah. Whether you have like a specific term for it, like magic or not, it's all the same thing. It all boils down to the same thing.
That's interesting, though.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
And I think that goes back to some of the frequency conversation. Like, if you're vibrating a frequency or you're putting energy out there, chances are, one, it's either going to attract exactly the opposite, or two, it's going to shape your reality to reflect that energy.
Right.
Yeah. You get what you put out.
Right.
Yeah.
And then what was it that, I can't think of the clip that it was. It was some wild clip, some old, I wouldn't call it QAnon, but it was like
some sort of conspiracy theory shit.
Not even conspiracy. It was like a conservative convention, and they were talking about like all the things that were going on that they didn't agree with, and the chick went as far as to say, and this is the one part that did resonate with me, that she was saying that your energy, when you have a good, like a loving energy, that can, depending on how strong you are, like your inner self is, you can get that energy to go out miles. Yeah. And anybody that walks into within that can feel you putting off that energy. And I do believe that is very accurate. I don't know the distance by any means.
That also kind of comes back to this organized religion principle that I was talking about a little bit earlier, where every congregation is different. But I do feel like if you are a spiritual person that chooses mass religion for how you express that chances are you're going to put that vibe out among that community as a whole.
Right.
And whatever message is that community is rallying around, that's what you're going to see reflected in the surrounding community.
Right. Yeah.
It's a little different when you get into big metropolitan areas like a city like Columbus, New York,
when
DC,
I feel like
Los Angeles,
too
because
many
you've
vibes.
got exactly
right. I
and
can't
so it's
focus
chaos.
on, and even if I do feel that love a mile away, it's hard for me to pinpoint who it's coming from. Yeah. Because this person has bad energy, and that's fucking up the frequency once I get in both in close to both y'all's proximity. I don't know which way to go now.
That's why everybody should carry sage in their pocket.
Well, I saged my house and all that, but I don't carry it on me. Why do you say what's your...
Well, this goes back a little bit to even what I was talking about with my mom.
Yeah, sage is very good for dispelling negative energies. It dispels the negative to bring in the positive.
Never thought to, like, keep it on me.
Yeah, you can keep it on you. It, like, does the same thing. But this goes out to the listeners. Whenever you move into a house, burn some sage.
Yes. I always
Purify your houses, please.
always
You
do
don't
that.
know what happened in that house. People are negative and terrible.
Oh, shit.
Burn that sage.
Didn't we made that joke when you moved in? I said I got sage in the house. I would definitely bring some over.
I did it like 2 weeks ago. My dog, if you have dogs are super in tune with
the smell.
the
right?
smell. They're super in tune with spirits and
that's
stuff
a
like that.
strong
And if you don't
smell.
believe that, that's cool, whatever. But that's what I believe.
I believe it.
And dogs will bark at things that aren't there, but that doesn't mean that they're not there.
Exactly.
Right.
I burned some sage. My dog stopped barking at random shit. Now he just barks outside the window, and I'm like, hey.
Right.
Right.
Or you
Shut it
see
down.
a
Shut
dog
the
like
fuck up.
staring up in the corner for like
Yeah.
the longest time. Like, what the fuck is up there that is captivating you
Yeah.
like that?
See, cats and dogs can like sense that shit, but
Right.
only dogs respond.
I feel
Cats
like
don't
Yeah,
care.
cats are like, eh.
Cats are
like
too
you-
nihilistic.
I feel like babies can too.
Oh, for sure.
I feel like you lose your connection the older that you get.
You become so desensitized by the world around
Right.
you and the things that
I think
you're
that's
being
exactly
fed.
what it is.
Well, and this comes back a little bit to the mental health and what we consider normal. Like, maybe the abnormal is normal from a sense that they are picking up on things that everyone else isn't.
Yeah.
Right.
So we've had,
Yeah, that was that schizophrenia conversation.
right.
About how they transformed them into shaman back in the day because they felt like they had a connection.
Either to the spirit world or to
Right.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, they just had a chemical imbalance. That was
It's
fucking up
probably
their head.
true, but
But I mean, from the sound of it, it
Whose
seems like
perspective?
well, that's what the perspective word is funny because it seems like which one was helping which, right?
Yeah.
Because the schizophrenic was being helped by the community to hone their power to be able to control their schizophrenia to a point that the villagers felt like they were helping them as well. So at that point, it's who's helping who.
yeah.
That's that
Yeah.
balance thing.
I mean, they definitely took better care of them than America did when we had mental
Wow.
asylums and shit like that.
No shit.
I agree 1,000.
It's like they put them on a pedestal. We put them in loony bins,
Right.
and then some of them got raped and murdered by the
Right.
doctors.
Well, and when you're around that much chaotic energy, that's where you're going to be.
And you
Yeah.
know what? Speaking from the energy perspective, that seems like that would be the worst place to be if you were schizophrenic.
Right?
Yeah.
And,
No
and then
doubt.
if you were schizophrenic and you felt energies as well, and then you put me in a loony bin with other people that
Yep.
have negative energies, it's always going to be awful in my mind, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. Like
Absolutely.
prison. It's like prison. You get a criminal that you could reform and you put him in a situation where you're putting him through criminal Harvard and now you put him back out in the world, but you don't give him the opportunity to work or make an honest living. What the fuck do you think's gonna happen? You're pushing these people further.
Into
Into it.
Right.
Well, it's because they gotta feed the prison the free market
industrial
the
complex,
free market
yeah.
slave population and things like that.
Right.
I think in Texas it's a big thing where I mean it's not just in Texas. There's like other states, but I know in Texas it's a big thing that with privatized prisons, the state or the county has to like give them so many
yeah,
prisoners,
certain quota.
Right.
or
They
they
gotta
have to
meet
pay
quota.
them money.
Right.
And it's like we don't believe in reform in America. We believe in feeding the prison
Right.
industrial complex.
Well, it's
That book
it
just
is.
came
Free,
out.
free slave market, baby.
That book just came out.
Wait, you know about a book?
Charlemagne talks about it all the time. Oh, I know about him.
Charlemagne?
I just very rarely
I don't
read
trust anything from Charlemagne the God.
him.
Trust him more than Andrew Schultz.
Listen, I trust very few with a grain of salt. But I can't think of the name of it, but it was basically about how the slave catchers, how it transformed into the police department in like the Virginias and Carolinas areas.
Yeah.
And how they police the same as the way they would do the slave catching.
Basically, Slave patrols, law and violence in Virginia and the Carolinas.
That's it. Yeah. That's it right there.
I'm not surprised. They still have sundown towns and shit like that.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Some of them have shooting ranges.
Listen, I love that shooting range, but I would never go by myself. I put it to you like that. And if I did, I'm not locking none of my shit up. They gonna be looking like what was that movie? Tony Stark when he was riding in the Jeep before it got blown up. All my shit's gonna be on the seat.
Just sitting there.
And pray I don't get pulled over, and if I do, it's dead presidents, baby, because I feel like I already know it's about to happen. Fuck that. Listen, anytime the motherfucking the street signs end and you just got the roads, it's like, what fucking street am I on? Why aren't you trying to let me know? Right? Why aren't you trying to let me know what street I'm on? I gotta trust fucking Google Maps to get me out of this bitch.
That's a bad idea. Turn right into the kill zone.
Right, exactly.
You ever been like driving down a country road and you like miss a turn or something? You gotta like turn around in like someone's fucking like driveway and shit. That shit's so sketchy, especially at night, because you're just like, bro, there's like a 9 out of 10 chance this person's in the Klan.
Right.
Right.
Like rural Ohio. 9 out of 10 chance this person.
9 out of 10, 6 out of 10 chance that they're awake, and 5 out of 10 they got the gun right next to them.
Exactly.
Those are good odds. That's not a good cast.
We're back up to 9 out of 10 that it's a shotgun.
9 out of 10 that they have a dog that speaks German. The dog
only listens to German commands.
fucking
7 out of 10 it's a shepherd or a basset hound.
If they have an F-250, it's definitely a pit bull. If they got an F-250 lifted, that bitch lifted, extended cab, they got pit bull.
Don't turn around in that driveway.
They
Don't turn around in that driveway.
got the-
Just keep going. Just find another place.
Confederate flag tent on the back.
Yeah. If they got a Blue Lives Matter flag, something like that.
Thin blue line.
Listen, fuck all that, Jack.
If they got a Trump sticker, you're in the rural neighborhoods.
Them motherfuckers is like freckles, though. When you really think about it, they closer to you than you think.
Yeah.
Oh, no doubt. Like, I can tell you a couple of times driving up even into like the Delaware area.
I don't fuck with
which
Delaware.
is pretty
Delaware sucks. It's so boring.
developed, but
I don't fuck with Delaware.
compared to where it was 30 years ago. But it's all Trump country right out. I mean, basically the second you cross out that outer belt, you're guaranteed.
I will say not all Trump supporters are racist.
No.
I know some that aren't racist.
No, not at all.
But
would I ever
they just
say
don't
that.
have
But 9 out of 10 times a Trump supporter is a racist.
Right.
You got a little. It's like herpes in adults.
And 7 out of 10 times they got a shepherd or a bat. No.
A little early for the callback, but I'll take it.
I'm just playing.
10 out of 10 that they've been to that pizza place with this.
Cosmic pizza.
What is that? Speaking of like the QAnon conspiracy, like children, like what was the? It's not Amway. It was Wayfair or something like that. Like where you buy like furniture or whatever, something like that. They were like, all these like cabinets and shit have like children's names, and they're all like $10,000. They're selling fucking kids and shit. And I was like cutting hair at a barbershop when we were talking about that, and I was like, man, just imagine you order like a bookshelf and you got a fucking kid. You know how pissed I would be? I just bought this dope ass bookshelf to put my cookbooks on. Where the fuck is my Martha Stewart cookbook gonna go? This little fucker's gonna sit in the corner and hold these fucking books. 'Cause I expected a bookshelf. 1 star.
Do you know any recipes?
Here, stop moving. Hold this fucking candle. Little shit. No, you can't have any water. You're a bookshelf.
Right.
Little fucker. Your name's not Steve anymore. You're a bookshelf. You're a 5-shelf bookshelf.
Fucking Wayfair.
Now hold this fucking plant.
And imagine how hard it'd be to wrangle that little bastard up to return it.
Oh my god, you gotta retie them up. You gotta go to Lowe's and you gotta get zip tied. Everybody knows if you go to Lowe's, you're gonna forget something that you need. So you're going back at least 4 more times to Lowe's.
Man.
Your whole day's fucked at that point. You're spending
You know
your
you get
whole
the
day
wrong
on it.
size box to ship.
You got the wrong size of something. You're going back to Lowe's. You ain't got enough stamps. Your whole day's fucked at that point trying to
Next
return
thing you
this
know,
child.
you get home, you got a broken window and all your books are on the floor.
Yeah, like, who the fuck? This fucking bookshelf. Spending my whole day. I'm going to Walmart. Fuck this.
That's funny. Oh man, you got me sweating. Y'all got me sweating down here. Where were we at before we got to
Well, Cliff, it's all about manifesting. What would you like to
shit.
manifest as our new topic?
manifest a lottery ticket or a car, as he said, whichever one comes first.
That bad?
Give me that check, baby. I need that check. I'll take it.
Manifest a girlfriend. That'd be great.
No,
Lonely.
you don't want that.
Look, as we talked about on Wednesday, I hate Tinder.
Me, I'll manifest more alone time.
I just want to manifest free healthcare. That's truly what I want. I'm still not going to go to the doctors because I don't like the doctors.
Right.
But
You
can I
already know.
manifest free healthcare?
Even if they gave us free healthcare, it would be like some old, like,
All the things that they talk about with free healthcare would be true. Meaning, we would find a way to fuck it up.
Oh, for sure. Well, some countries, their free healthcare is technically not free. So, like in Germany, you have essentially what are like plans, and you pay into this plan, like a premium or something like that,
Right.
and you go in, but everything is covered.
So there's no, like, the whole
There's just
pre-existing
different
conditions.
companies
Right.
that offer different shit, but everything is covered. So you're like, you just go in and then you leave
Yeah.
because you're paying into this plan instead of like fucking $2,000 for a nurse to touch your testicles and then to tell you that you just have a headache.
right, right.
It's like
I still haven't gone to get my chest x-rayed.
I had to go to the
Is it still
doctor.
bothering you?
Yeah, it's been popping like crazy.
Damn.
Not like popping, but like,
Is it like cracking?
right.
You probably are just cracking your chest.
Well, no, I used to be able to crack my chest until I fell on the corner of my porch.
I thought you were gonna say you just fell on a quarter. I thought the sentence was gonna end there, and I was like, "Damn, that's a fucking
wasn't
strong
no
ass
heads or
quarter. That's a
tails.
big ass
It was
quarter."
standing straight up.
It's just like
And it got
the
me
regular
right
size
there.
quarter just
Right
landed
there.
like. I was like, I hope he doesn't end the sentence
Nah,
there. That's a weird story.
And I don't know. Like, I figured that it would start healing at this point.
I wonder if you have like a hairline fracture.
Might be. But I
think
mean,
it
at the same time, like, if we're talking about a rib or sternum, like, again,
Right,
this was
what
the
are they
conversation
gonna
you
do?
and I had. What the fuck are they going to do for you? They're going to tell you to rest.
All right. I'll give it another month.
They're gonna give you like some ibuprofen and tell you to suck it the fuck up.
Yeah, but I still feel like my breath is restricted.
That's not
Yeah,
good.
that's not good.
Like, I can't get a,
Full breath.
like, it's pressing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But nothing serious, but just nagging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's almost worse sometimes.
Right. Just a nagging issue.
Like, at least the acute shit, you're like, okay, there's something wrong.
Right.
When it's just a nagging thing, you just have to, like, am I just getting old?
Right.
Yeah.
And that's some of it too. Shit. And that's what I think it comes down to is it's just that you don't heal the same, kid. Like,
Yeah.
cool
Yeah.
out.
Take longer to heal.
Right.
I mean,
Like, give it
That
some
wear and
time.
tear.
I've thrown my back out at 18 and at 34, and I tell you what, 34 took a lot longer to get back
Man,
up to
listen,
speed.
playing flag football, I jam fingers every week. Every week I jam, trying to grab a flag or something, like I jam fingers. And it's like, it literally takes months to heal.
No doubt.
Back in the day, next week I'd be like, it's
Right.
good, like I'm good now. Like, no, I have to wrap my certain
Wrap it
fingers up before I And then put my receiver gloves on for so nobody sees how wrapped up my hair. Look like a boxer before I put my glove on. Every week. I had to shave my hand.
Because you got tired of it ripping out the hairs.
Right.
Tearing the hairs off.
You were waxing. I mean, you saw how I played my last 2 years of college. I was held together by tape, so I get it.
But you know, we came from a different era anyway, where injury has to be an injury before I'm.
Well,
not
it's the whole. Are you hurt or are you injured?
If I'm just,
you can be
if
hurt. That's part
wrong,
of the game.
Right. I got fucked up fingers. That's cool. We can
Right.
still catch a ball and make something happen. I dropped a touchdown pass last week. Well, I didn't drop it. I had it in my hand, but I didn't know I was in the end zone, so I tried to sidestep dude to like get around him, and he smacked it out of my hand as I thought I had it long enough that they could have gave me the touchdown, but no.
It's like I tell my players over in Whitehall.
It was my fault.
You ain't getting any calls.
It was my fault. It was my fault, but it wasn't just like I dropped it. I had to catch. I just let him knock it out my hand.
Ball security, man.
Right. That was my fault.
It, bro.
Right.
I
was trying to get busy. I was about to start wiggling on him. I caught it was about to wiggle, and I didn't know I was already in the end zone because, you know, they don't have the lines all printed out everywhere, so.
Field awareness, dude.
Right.
It's the first thing I learned as a fullback.
Right.
Field awareness.
Field awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Helped me get more touches than the running back in Little League.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I played fullback for a little bit back in the day.
Fullback and linebacker, baby.
Line all day.
I was naturally built like a linebacker.
From the time I came out to play football with Cliff in 6th grade, they told me I was too big to play with the 6th graders.
Fullback, halfback, cornerback.
They tried to get me to play line a bunch of times, but they're like, "You're too short." And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like 5'9".
Let
Like,
me do my thing.
like, put me in the backfield, put me on linebacker. I'll get it done.
There you go.
I'm not playing no fucking lineman though. I would just let I'd just let them through.
Line's not enough speed for me to create.
It's difference between O-line and D-line on that side. I mean, I ended up playing nose guard in college, but I earned my stripes in hand and D-tackle, which is a little different because you can get pressure up the middle, all that. But
I did like playing.
I still feel like, but you know me, like I feel like I need.
You need space.
Right. I need to build up
momentum.
speed to get to. I can't just come off the line, and I can, but I'm so small. It's like that isn't effective.
It gives you,
like
it gives
you
them
don't
a
have
chance to get a hold
natural
of you.
build to
Right.
just immediately put power.
Right. Now, if you give me 5 yards to build up some steam, boom.
Yeah.
It's over.
But I can't do it that close to.
No, I get it. It's also why like hang clean and all that was always my best lift.
Right,
that's that one pop and
that's
I'm
more
through.
arm and all that. Right.
Explode through with the hips. Actually, my problem was always that my hips were so much stronger and lower body was always so much more developed that I would punch, lock out, and fire the hips. And what would happen is I get that recoil right there, and that's why I have no cartilage in my wrist. I have no bursa sac through my elbows.
Sports, I love them.
Yeah, man.
Right.
It's fun watching little man start to get into it, and him playing basketball last week was fucking awesome.
Yeah, man. That's why I wish my daughter would do something. Do something I can watch.
Right.
God damn. Fuck, I don't want to watch you on your fucking phone. Do something.
Just do it.
Right. Anything. Cook something. Do it. Give me something to say. My baby kills that. She's a fucking scroller. She kills YouTube.
That's one that I've been trying to keep him off of.
She's too grown for me to.
Nah, I hear that. But it's the whole, like, watching other kids. Like, if he's not allowed to play video
and you
games
have
and
him at all
wanting to watch.
times, too. You know, that's the difference.
True.
Anything that I try to start her when she goes home to her mom, that's dead.
Yeah.
Then I got to reintroduce it again to...
You were working hands with her for a little while. What happened with all that?
Lazy. She lazy.
She don't want to.
She's lazy.
All right.
I don't have kids. I can't chime in on this conversation.
It's all right. That's how I felt during the NBA talk. So
It's all right. Don't have them. Don't have them.
I won't go that far, but
Nah, don't have
make
them.
sure it's the right situation.
Don't have them.
Fools do not agree on this one.
No, not at all. Don't have them, motherfuckers. Nah, mine saved my life though, but I needed one, at least one. But yeah, I would have needed one.
I hear you. All right, so what else we got? TK, what do you got, man?
What do I got? I've been bringing all the heat. What you mean?
You're not wrong. I mean, I'm trying to think anything else
I feel
going
like you
on.
asked-
Anything else going on?
That we skimmed over. I just can't remember what the question was. Wasn't
Fuck,
TV
I know.
shows. But you had some question that I felt like.
We just move past with that standard. That's usually how that happens.
Damn, I can't remember. Yeah, no, I can't remember. But I know TV shows. I've been watching Lil Dicky shit. I just can't get through it.
No.
Like, you know those shows where it's like just total embarrassment? I'm one of those people that will get embarrassed for somebody else. Where it's like, oh my gosh, like that's
What
making
you
me
doing?
feel uncomfortable. You're embarrassing
Cringy.
yourself. And it was a Lil Dicky episode where he was talking to Doja Cat. You know the little thick rapper that
Yeah.
She's great.
yeah, she is. She's something. But he was talking to her. She's on the episode, and they were like texting back and forth, and like I guess they matched on like a Tinder app or something. So they was texting, and she was actually giving him play. So he does what every lame nigga does, and screenshots the text to try to send to his dude to show his dude that she was giving him play, and
Right.
he sends it to
To
her.
her. Of course.
And I cringed up so quick, I just turned it off before I could even see her response. To, I was like, I can't watch that. That's going,
That's too much.
it's going to cringe me to death. I can't.
I'll never understand that.
Like,
Why
I
would
get
why
it.
would you do that?
And my whole thing is, that's evidence, right? Now, it'd be different if I, after, came to you and was like, bro, look at these text messages.
Yeah.
Right.
But to
Screenshot
screenshot
it.
and send someone,
What are you
that's
looking
some,
for at that point?
that's some crazy shit.
It's like they want validation from their
right,
friends.
like,
See, I talk to women.
listen,
Look
that's
at that.
Doja Cat. You better keep that on the low.
Yeah.
You better keep that on the
Keep that
low.
as a secret.
Listen.
That's my little thing.
Listen. But other than that, I do, like I said, I do feel like I had watched something new. I just can't think of what it was.
Yeah, I haven't been watching much.
I haven't
of it.
watched
I've
anything.
been buried.
Except
in-
Harley Quinn. Been watching that. That's about it.
Where is that on?
HBO Max.
Okay. I might
Yeah,
have
'cause
to
they moved all the
check that
DC Universe stuff to HBO Max because the DC streaming service was garbage because they didn't have shit.
Yeah.
They have like Titans and Doom Patrol and like some other shit, but most of their
They-
content is garbage.
Wasn't that, I heard the Titans, wasn't that like a rated R on HBO Max?
Yeah.
They just changed it to,
I don't know. I haven't watched it.
it's on regular TV now. Like they changed it.
So on HBO Max, I think it's still gonna be mature,
Oh,
and then
really?
on TV, it's not. I haven't watched it.
So how
I
are
hate
they
a lot
gonna
of the
do?
character
Record,
designs.
like two different.
They just edit it out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't really watched it too much. I was really annoyed with Starfire's character and like how they made her look, and then everybody. But it's not for the reasons that everybody was mad. 'Cause a lot of people were mad, like, oh, she's black, she's not black, blah blah. Like, I don't care that she's black. The bitch is orange. In every fucking comic book, Starfire is orange. She can be black.
Mm-hmm.
Paint the bitch orange. Why is Beast Boy
Right.
not green? Every comic book, he's green.
Right. Oh, is that they don't? That's not the. They don't do that.
No. Beast Boy's just some like I think he's like
I feel
Asian
like
or
I
white or
turned
something.
it on one time. I just didn't really pay attention.
It's
to
not
it.
good. It's kind of cringy too.
Is it?
Yeah, Doom Patrol's really good.
I've heard great things
What
about
is
Doom
that? Brendan
Patrol. I'm just not
Fraser's
like
in
a
there?
DC fan.
Shout out Brendan Fraser. He deserves the fucking world.
Brendan Fraser. You know,
He
it's funny
deserves the
because
world.
weren't we talking about the Mummy on Wednesday?
The Mummy.
Oh, we were talking about Scorpion King, which is part of the Mummy's
The Mummy
extended
franchise,
universe.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, shout out Brendan Fraser. He's been through a lot for no reason. His ex-wife is a piece of shit. He deserves the world. I love that guy.
There you go.
Brendan Fraser. That's
George of the Jungle.
Yeah.
right.
Also was the main, like, the protagonist in The Mummy,
Yeah.
the original
I was
Mummy.
thinking of
Like all three of them.
Yeah.
And then the fourth one came out. Nobody talks about that one though.
Yeah.
And then there's the one with Jet Li
The
too.
Dazzle.
Yeah,
Is that the name of that movie?
I think so.
Where he was like he had the wishes
Mm-hmm.
or. You don't remember that?
No.
Or he was the basketball player.
Too young for that.
I mean, it was basically our movie adaptation of the TV show, but yeah.
There was a TV show.
Mm-hmm. That was old.
I heard they were coming out with a new Charlie's Angels.
They
probably-
do
probably-
that like every 2.5
Yeah.
years.
It's probably gonna be trash.
Right.
They're making a live action Powerpuff Girls.
Really?
Yeah, they made Buttercup black.
All right.
I don't know how that works, but she's
I don't
black.
know either, but it's interesting to see something like that. I like it when they'll take it and at least change mediums. I think.
Is Buttercup the blonde blue one?
No, Buttercup's the green one.
Oh, okay.
She was my favorite. She had attitude.
That's why.
That's why they made it black.
If that's why they made her black, that's fucking racist.
I'm just saying.
Stereotyping.
That's how
out
TV
here
executives think.
stereotyping these
I mean,
ebony queens.
Well, if you were gonna make it close, at least make her Spanish.
Make her Latina.
Right.
That makes a lot more sense.
Right. That's how she looked in the.
They were all white in the TV show with no
Well,
fingers.
I mean, you know, but she had darker hair. She was tanner than the blonde blue.
They were all the same shade of white.
Were they?
Yeah.
I thought they were different colors.
Nah. They had different color clothes. There was pink, blue, and green.
Well, maybe I just associate
They all had different color hairs too.
the blonde-haired, blue shirt-wearing girl as paler than the rest of them. Because
Are you
of her
insinuating
hair
that she's a
color.
Nazi because she's blonde hair, blue shirt?
She may be an Aryan. I don't know.
Could be. Could be.
Check the back.
I mean,
Might have to
I mean-
check that. Check the
I mean,
tape.
Blossom doesn't have a soul. She's technically a ginger.
Is that her? Wait, no.
No, Bubbles is the one you're thinking of.
Bubbles is yeah.
Blossom is the leader, but she was also an annoying bitch.
What color was she?
Pink. She was the pink one. Yeah, she was a fucking
I don't know why I
bitch.
thought the blue one was the leader.
No, the blue one was the stupid one who was scared of everything.
Right.
They did have this really sick fucking episode where the boogeyman blocked out the sun so they could have like an endless night party for all the night creatures. That episode was sick. The boogeyman drove a fucking Cadillac. I think it was pimping.
Shit, the powder puff girls.
Power.
Oh, power. That explains a lot.
That show was wild. They had like
That explains a lot.
I think the best character in that show was him. Just this like weird non-binary like I don't know if he was supposed to be gay, but he like it's definitely like an LGBTQ icon. He was great.
He said LBGTQ.
He's an icon, dude. He was androgynous as shit, and he was one of my favorite characters.
Nah, that was a little after my time too. I
Homie
just
was out
saw
here
it
flossing.
From, all
Everybody
the
else.
other little kids around,
I get that.
but I wasn't tuned into powder.
Power. Nah, I've been I mean, the only thing that I've flipped on here and there is I've been watching a little bit of just NXT from
What's NXT?
WWE's like training ground.
Trash.
WWE overall is trash right now. NXT I kind of go back and forth with.
NXT's alright, but they're getting kind of like main rostery.
Yeah, I can see that.
I just watch AEW for the most part, and I'll like watch highlights of like New Japan and like New Japan Strong, and I don't really fuck with MLW. I was never like really into MLW, but ROH kind of sucks now because they don't really have anybody great. They have
Yeah.
Bandito, who just became champion.
Okay.
Bandito's great. I love
This is
Bandito.
wait. This is like WWE type shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wrestling.
Pro
What
wrestling.
is the one chick, the chick with the flow?
The Flow.
The black chick with the afro?
Naomi?
I don't know.
I think so.
I think it's Naomi. She got a
her.
big butt.
Yes.
Yeah, Naomi.
Oh, I like her.
She's all right.
Don't
She doesn't
they
have
say like feel the flow or something like
feel
that?
the glow.
The glow.
Yeah.
That's her.
Yeah, she's all right. She doesn't have very good character work, but her in-ring skills are pretty
Listen,
good.
I don't know nothing about in-ring character work or nothing like that.
Oh, I'm a huge wrestling nerd. I'm
I
actually
like
going
her.
to wrestling school.
Are you?
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You learning to like
Pro
take
Take
wrestling.
bumps
hits
and all that kind of shit.
Yep.
How
Is
much
that,
does
is that here in Columbus?
Couple thou.
Okay.
It's in Lancaster.
Okay.
The one I'm going to is in Lancaster. There's very few. There's not a lot in Columbus. There's like none in Columbus actually. The closest one is in Lancaster, and then there's one in Dayton, which is Rockstar Pro Wrestling.
Okay. And then down in, I don't even know if it's still in operation, but Ohio Valley with Al Snow down in Kentucky?
Yeah, they moved to Kentucky.
Because they were just outside of Cincy, weren't they?
Yeah. Then they moved to Kentucky.
Do they set you up with anything?
What do you mean?
Like when you're done, like do they like set you up with like any?
Nope. That's all on you, dog.
Oh, really?
You gotta do that shit yourself.
Okay.
They train you. They teach you how to wrestle, how to do character work. Everything else is on you. You take it as far as you want to go. They'll put you in matches. Like the wrestling school also run the matches and stuff like that, and they run shows.
Gotcha. So they've got their own
that's
little, like,
essentially right.
yeah, their
Okay,
own
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
federation.
As far as like
Get you some
going to like
experience.
as far as like
Right.
going to like other promotions, that's all on
Right.
you. and
That's,
shit
yeah,
like
at
that.
that point, it's on you. You got to build a reputation in
Yeah,
this
yeah,
you're
I
at, I'm
figured
sure.
as
And
much.
Did you see that Tommy End is in AEW now?
no, but I know AEW's been
Killing it.
collecting people left and right.
They have a
I worry a
stacked
little bit
roster.
that they're following the WCW model around buying talent and
well their contracts are better because their talent can still work indie dates and shit.
true.
Like that.
And I know that was a big deal. So instead of following like the quote unquote contractor that isn't allowed to work anywhere else,
Yeah.
that the WWE.
I think
does,
that like
AEW's
helps. They just need to go full balls to the wall and just Ring of Honor, AEW, Impact, New Japan, PWG. They're also coming back.
Okay.
They all just need to start working together, and they'll put on like the greatest fucking wrestling shows.
No doubt.
Get GCW in there. Bring
Well, I
some
mean that's
deathmatch
the
in there.
that's the old territory model.
Yeah.
Was that you would partner and do like these combined events and all that kind of
Well,
shit.
the territory model is more of like WWE's thing, where it's like you kind of like you have these wrestlers, they're untouchable, and if they do work somewhere else, because I
you
mean,
have
like,
creative control over what
yeah,
happens
they
and
like
that kind of
they
thing.
always go over because like Toni Storm is contracted to WWE under the UK brand. I think she's on
Okay.
NXT now, but she like would work Stardom dates, but like she would always have to go over, and she couldn't work for anybody she couldn't wrestle anybody that was like a part of a rival promotion or.
I mean,
anything
I get that from a business perspective because
It's
you
a
don't
bad
want to
business.
taint like
Your
your
product.
intellectual property.
I mean, but they're bad at
But
writing characters anyway, so they're already
I don't
entertaining.
disagree with you, and that's I tried to like pick it back up, and I watched
It's hard. It's
highlights
so hard.
and shit, and I'm just like, this is fucking.
When
boring.
SmackDown became live, that was like peak era SmackDown. That was like WWE at its best. You had AJ Styles, you had Jon Moxley.
But weren't they live on like Friday nights
No, before
they moved to Friday and Fox?
for a long time, SmackDown was always taped.
Yeah, it was
before
taped on
Raw.
Tuesdays, aired on Thursdays.
No, it was taped on Mondays.
Oh, was it taped at the same time?
They would always.
I'm
tape it
thinking of
before.
when it first came out in like
Yeah.
the early 2000s.
Yep.
It was taped on Tuesdays. They
Yeah.
would do Monday and then Tuesday and then
Yeah.
honestly about
Because when I was a kid and I was going to them, it would be like SmackDown would be taped first, and then we would watch Raw,
oh, okay.
and
That's-
Raw was live.
Gotcha. Yeah, and I don't remember that model at all.
Yeah.
I watched it pretty heavily, like middle school into high school. Would order like the big pay-per-views, basically like Royal Rumble through WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And that would be about it, and I'd fall off again. And then Royal Rumble always brought me back because I was always curious to see like who was coming back.
Yeah.
Like whoever they always bring out some old dude.
Yeah. I like watched it until like the middle 2000s, and then I fell off right like kind of like almost before the summer of punk.
Okay.
When CM Punk hit his like height.
Yeah, the
and then I like
bomb and all that.
Yeah, I like came back and was watching it a bit, like started watching wrestling a bit, but I wasn't still like captivated in it, and then I into love with wrestling.
New Japan was big. Like that's where a lot of WCW's like cruiserweight folks came from.
Yeah.
And so I knew about it from
that
days,
and like
but-
CMLL and AAA.
Yeah.
I stopped watching Stone Cold.
Yeah. I mean, the Attitude Era was a great one.
Yeah.
Around like
Stone Cold still has one of the
Rock.
greatest promos. The Austin 316 promo. Came out here talking about your Psalms and your John 3:16. Well, Austin 3:16 says, "I just kicked your ass."
No.
that was him.
That's when he became the
Snake.
Texas Rattlesnake,
Yeah.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Well, it was when they finally let him be himself.
Yeah,
like,
he beat Jake the Snake Roberts for the King of the Ring tournament. Cut that beautiful ass promo. Rest is history.
pretty much.
Shout out Stone Cold. And his beer's delicious.
I have not had it. I just saw that he.
I didn't know he had it.
Go to Punk Pigs off of Hudson.
Okay.
Near my barber shop. I'm pretty sure they have it. That's where I have had it from.
All right.
It's delicious. Broken Skull IPA. Stone Cold.
Broken
You're probably not
Skull
listening to this, but if you are listening to this, send me some, please. I love you. You're my childhood hero.
So you're a Stone Cold guy, not a Rock guy?
No, I liked them both. I liked
no,
The Rock because he was
Stone
black and I could identify with that, but I like Stone Cold because he did the middle fingers and I was
Yeah.
always doing that as a kid.
Oh, I hated The Rock.
You did.
Oh, I hated The Rock. I hated his eyebrow. I hated his fucking hair.
Rock was great.
Stone Cold
He was
all
another
day.
one though that like when they let him kind of like the
Beat
whole
him.
corporate champion thing. I remember the chants of Rocky sucks and all that. Like
Die Rocky Die when it was
right,
Rocky My
die,
Vida.
Rocky die. And now he's probably the only legitimate movie star on the planet. Like he's probably the
Highest
only
paid
people
actor.
where people will go to see it because The Rock is in it.
I won't watch anything
He's-
The Rock's in because it's gonna be good. Because he's
Yeah, it's
just
gonna be entertaining.
great.
I'm not gonna say it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good.
It'll
What
be
was that dumbass
entertaining.
movie with him and Kevin Hart?
Bro, Central Intelligence, funny as shit.
Man,
I'm telling you, get high as shit and watch that movie. Hilarious.
I'm high as shit all the time.
You're not high
Allegedly.
enough.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. In a
The
video
lawyer
game.
lady
In
in
a
the
video
booth.
game.
Right.
I'm legally allowed to be high as shit. I have a medical card, so
Man.
suck it, TOS.
But they don't let you get your CC dubs and your marijuana card at the same time.
I have friends that won't let me own a gun anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, I get that.
That's a rabbit hole of a different story.
Yeah,
We're not gonna go there.
I understand that story. I got family that I shouldn't have guns around, but it's your fault. You're in my proximity, not vice versa.
Versa.
I mean, I'm not gonna bitch at people if they have guns. I'm just not allowed to have one.
Right.
I get it.
Right. Have you, speaking of not being allowed to have one, have you seen those burners?
No.
So they got new guns out. They're called burners, BYRNERS or something. And they're guns, but they're like high-powered paintball guns. And they shoot either pepper spray paintballs, a slug, which is like a rubber bullet, like the
Yeah.
police shoot, or what's the third? The third is something else.
Beanbags.
It might be like a powder, like a warning, like a powder bullet. Like it'll still hit you, like take
Damn,
the wind out
yeah.
of you, but
Damn.
it won't like. But
Kill you.
it's like, I think I may not be right, but I think a felon can have it because it's not an actual gun, but it's a self-defense weapon. And I thought that's the most genius thing in the world.
Yeah, if that's
Now,
the way they
me
got around it.
personally, I would rather have the gun because I feel like if it's a reason that I need to shoot you, I don't want you coming back.
Right.
I want
There
you
go.
down for the count. I'm not trying to shoot you with a pellet bullet and then you're like, oh, next time I see you,
Right.
no, you're down. You're down.
You're dead. I think we should get rid of guns. Now, hear me out, right? Get rid of all guns, okay? Everyone gets a samurai sword. Everyone gets katanas. Now imagine everyone, they have their dojo, that they train at. Everyone has samurai
I
swords.
like this reality that you live in.
This would be so sick. You're just like, everybody's walking around with
Here's
samurais
some,
and swords and shit.
What's that name of that show? Wasn't it on MTV? With the it wasn't like the Borderlands. It was like an outlaw show, but they were like karate samurai.
I don't know.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
No, but I like the idea.
I want to say it's
Sounds
on
like a great
Netflix
idea.
now. It was like this one dude who was like the #1 assassin, and he didn't have any loyalty to anyone.
He was a Ronin?
Right, and because they didn't have a loyalty, they would send people to kill him, but he was so good that no one could kill him. And then he came across this boy that the opposite end people were trying to kill, and he started like trying to train him up type
Yeah.
shit. And I stopped watching.
Yeah, we should have samurai swords. Get rid of guns.
Well, see, I feel like the guns that we own, and the reason they wrote that in the Second Amendment was not for the people with guns. It was for the government. And my whole thing is, if we got rid of guns, that doesn't mean the government's getting rid of theirs.
No, everybody gets rid of the guns. We all sit down collectively as a world, and we all get rid of our guns and nukes and stuff, and we all just get samurai
You know why that
swords.
wouldn't work?
Everybody gets.
You know why that wouldn't work is because the government's dropped enough guns off in enough neighborhoods, and I don't even just mean in the United States, I mean around the world, that there's always going to be a few that
still
slide
have
through
them.
the cracks.
Yeah.
Then you're going to find people that build guns to combat the fact that those few still have guns, and we're right back where we were.
But if we all collectively, as a
As a
human
human
race,
That reality.
got rid of guns, and we all became samurais.
That
I would be a
reality-
Ronin. I don't want to be an actual samurai. I also have to live by
What's
that
the
fact that I have it
difference?
tattooed on my finger.
What's the difference between a Ronin and a samurai?
A Ronin translates to masterless man.
Okay.
So like a samurai works under like a feudal lord
Right,
or a
right,
shogun, and if the shogun dies or they are expelled from that,
Right.
they become a Ronin.
Right, okay. Yeah, it'd have to be Ronin action. I don't.
Like being a Ronin would be legit. You're just walking around doing your own thing.
Yeah, I don't-
You ain't gotta listen to anybody. You ain't gotta take no orders.
I'm a Ronin anyway.
I mean, all the like legit samurais are gonna try to throw hands with you because you're dishonorable, and so they're just like, we're gonna try
I'm a
to
Ronin
clap your
anyway.
shit. But that would be a sweet world to live in, though.
I do always feel like I'd have been more well prepared for the steel era than the gun era.
I hear you on that.
You know what I mean? Because that's when it really took balls. You know what I mean?
Right.
Once we engage in this combat, one of us is not good.
Somebody's
So
dying.
understand, is this what you want? Because it's always what I want.
Even when slapping was fashionable, they'd be like, Psh, "I challenge you to a duel."
Now listen,
Some of they had to die.
I'm telling you. Somebody's glove got dirty and the other one didn't make it home.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. Now, I mean, I feel like it's the damn, I can't think of the analogy, but I can't remember what it was I was listening to, and they were saying like, when you take away an animal's urge to hunt, they end up killing themselves because they don't have that urge to go and get it type shit.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's where we are as a society currently, is that we've removed so many things that hurt other people's feelings that we're no longer the things that we actually are.
We've
which
removed
are
so many
animals.
obstacles, which is basically in the long run it's hurting us because we don't have the
And listen,
fortitude to do what needs to be done.
I'm black. So coming from me, I feel like it shouldn't be an easy ride for everybody.
Yeah, I mean we've talked about this, like kicking the feet off the table. That was
Period.
one of our
And
first
I don't
couple
mean that
episodes.
as a race thing. I just mean in general. No one should have a free ride, an easy ride. And if you have an easy ride, as we've discussed, I feel like it's the animal world. You're up to be taken out. Like, you can't be protected by these rules because you choose to let people starve and hoard all of the wealth for yourself.
So you can go to space.
No, these are animal rules. If you hoard all of this food, this fruit, this sustenance, we're coming to take it from you. Because we're animals.
But they have created a docile enough society.
Right, where it's like,
happen.
no, that hurts people's feelings. No, at the end of the day, we're still animals. You might be bipedal, but we're still animals. And you've removed the rules of animals and made different rules to where only certain people have to follow them.
True.
So at some point, we got to get back to being animals and say, you're food to us. Jeff Bezos, I don't give a fuck. Whether he's here or not, Amazon still ships packages. You got too much. What are you going to do with it? If you're not going to do nothing with it, then the wolves come together and take down the lion.
Right.
I'm 100% down to run Jeff Bezos' fade.
I'm 100%
We
down.
decided that the cutoff is $500 million.
That's what I feel
If
like.
you have more than $500 million in
You
wealth,
gotta start helping
you have
out
got to
the-
you have got to prove to the rest of society why
that
you
you're
deserve
doing
to
enough,
keep it.
or
Jeff Bezos.
Otherwise,
does
we
not
fuck
deserve
you
it.
up.
This man's going to space. Anybody that wants to go to space doesn't deserve the money that they had. There's nothing out there. There's probably I'm not talking like there's not like aliens
No,
and
I
shit
know
like
what
that.
you mean. I know
There's
exactly
not
what you
shit
mean.
out there on Mars
that we are
for
able
you
to get to.
right.
at this
shit out
point.
there for you. Give me your money.
Well, we've had, right. But
Right.
we've had this conversation before. I feel like it's been a repetitive situation that we're not aware of because of generations where we've gone to and from Mars. I feel like we beyond the 300,000 years, some say million years we've been here. But beyond that specific generation, I feel like there was a million years that was taking place on Mars. We fucked that up. And those rich
Came here.
motherfuckers moved here. And then we became
And that's why
this.
we have Earth.
Now we're fucking this up again. They're going back.
MARS.
I
Mars,
feel like it's
bitches.
We all need to band together and run every billionaire's fade.
I think so.
Every billionaire is triable. Ain't no billionaire got hands. They all sweet. They all triable. We need to beat them
But
up.
they're protected by governments and shit. And when
We need to run the government's fade too. I want Jeff Bezos to hold my
Oh, you got
pocket like
somebody
it's
that's on your
prison.
page now.
Listen, and you know what's crazy about it is, like you said, if you took away all the guns, a lot of the military get that fade ran on them. It's a lot
know
of
a lot of people in the
motherfuckers in there
military.
that aren't as well equipped hand to hand as they think they are.
I would probably go on a limb to say about 60% of the military is tribal. You could definitely run
Without a gun.
Yeah, without a gun,
I would say I
60%
agree.
of the military is sweet.
I would say I agree. That they're just there because this is what they thought they should do, but
Yeah.
you're not built to.
Or they thought they were like the
Oh,
tough
I got
guy.
a samurai. Oh, we got. And we seen what you did with the large Q-tips with the pillows on the end, and you got your ass beat gladiator style. So what you think's gonna happen with this samurai sword?
Come catch this rock bottom.
Right? Embarrass you enough that he could drop the people's.
Make a new fucking promo.
Also a good callback. No, I mean, I said it, I think last week or the week before, but like, if you have that much wealth and you've got that much ingenuity,
Well,
how are
see-
you not using it for good? Like, if your whole point with all of that is legacy, which is the only thing like that, and maybe it's because I don't have that kind of money, but at the end of the day, the only thing I can think of when it comes to that kind of wealth and that kind of notoriety is the negative connotation, but that kind of fame, whatever it is,
But you're different.
it's
anyway.
legacy.
You're different anyway, and I don't mean to, gas
Yeah.
you up by no means, but you're the type of person that if you have it and there's somebody in a position that needs it, you'll give it.
Yeah.
Now, the ironic thing that I find when you look at a Jeff Bezos or a Bill Gates or whoever the case may be, I don't see a best friend. I don't see a close companion that's there.
I
like
mean,
when
the
you look
closest
at
they
LeBron,
have is spouses, and they.
and
all
that's what
leave
I'm
them
saying
anyway.
though. And you have a spouse because that's what society told you to have. So that makes sense that you would have one. But then you look at LeBron's and you're like, well, he got Maverick Carter and all these people that he brought up with him.
Yeah.
But when you look at the top level billionaire people, I don't see. Look at Jay-Z. Even Jay-Z, I don't see a
honestly,
best friend. Where is Memphis Bleak?
Well,
Where's
because when
Beanie
you get to
Siegel
that
at?
point, there's no.
His best friend is Kanye West, and we all know Kanye West
Like
is not a good friend.
you ran everyone off that was supposedly a good friend to you.
Kanye West is the type of friend that only comes over to your house to go through your fridge and get high with you and then leave.
Or I think he's the very opposite, where he's the kind of friend that needs too much attention, and Jay's like, I don't got it for you. I don't got it for you no more,
He's
bruh.
the girlfriend friend.
Right, exactly.
He's the girlfriend.
Like, I don't think he's just the kind that'll come over and raid your refrigerator without bringing over food and be like, what else you got in here?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I do think he has a caring sense about him, but he's just so far gone. It's like, and you know,
man.
we only see what they show,
Yeah.
and they only show what they want you to see.
True.
He's probably a good friend before his mom died. No,
I bet.
now
I
he's
bet
just
that.
gone.
I bet that fucking.
Like his mom died. Nobody gave him a hug, and nobody was
Right.
there for him. Now he's just fucked.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Not even joking, but
Yeah, like legit. Like
Right.
nobody was there for that man when his mom died, and now he's just mentally
Right.
fucked from
Well,
it.
yeah, because at that point, that's a whole level of betrayal, and it's a learned behavior in a lot of those kind of cases that you don't trust anyone.
And then imagine this. I'm a little nigga from Chicago, been struggling with my mom. I make millions to make it, and she dies the next year.
Yeah.
Didn't get a chance to enjoy it with her or anything
Yeah.
like that. That has to be
She
even
was
more
sick
of
the
a mind.
entire time that I was coming up.
That has to
Yeah.
be even more of a mind fuck, where it's like the moment we've been waiting on is here, and you're gone.
You're not here to spend it with me.
Kanye, if you're listening to this, man, hit me up.
God bless.
Come, just pour your heart out to me. I'll give you a
Listen.
hug. I'm a great listener. I'm here for you, Kanye.
You know.
I don't really fuck with your music. Yay was a good album. Just come talk to me,
Yay.
dog.
I don't think it was
College
Yay that I
Dropout,
liked.
late
I think
registration.
College Dropout was my favorite one.
Kid See Ghost was dope. I didn't care
I
for
don't
the Kid
think-
Cudi moaning on the mic though. Get him the fuck out of here.
Kid Cudi, that's another one.
Man, he can't rap anymore. He just moans in the microphone.
That's another one.
Isn't that all it is now?
Yeah.
Listen, T-Pain said it. Do something new.
Right. Well, half this shit's his fault.
Don't blame T-Pain for this.
Can't blame
T-Pain
T-Pain.
is a fucking saint. He has a great Twitch intro too.
Does he?
I
Yeah.
love T-Pain.
He's a great
Nah,
guy.
he's fucking hilarious. And I actually, shit. That may have been the last concert I went to in college was him and Lil Wayne.
What?
T-Wayne.
Not the T-Wayne joint.
Yeah, man.
Someone
went with
put
Derek.
You in a log cabin.
Somewhere in Aspen. T-Pain got hits.
That nigga, man, he couldn't miss for a while.
Bro.
He got some songs
Anthem
I've been
Ham?
trying to
Great
look
album.
up, but I can't remember the
What
names.
the
of
names
them.
are? I hear you on that. Nah,
I had a song that
That
one
was
of
probably the
T-Pain's
last-
songs that a young lady made a DVD for me back in the day.
it took me a second to process what you just said.
He got it. And I'm still looking for the soundtrack to that DVD. I just wish
Lots of good memories.
you would have add credits, bitch. Why ain't you add credits to that DVD?
She ain't got time for
Hey,
that.
listen,
That's
she
a
had
lot of
time.
That's a lot of effort.
She had time.
She ain't got After Effects.
She had time and effort.
She fucking over here using free movie maker and shit to edit
HD
this
movie
shit.
maker, like
Shout-
we talked about.
Shouts, baby, I miss you.
Oh man,
Where we at?
hour 50.
Hour 50? Okay, one more topic and we'll wrap it up.
I mean, we could stay on the music train. Last concert
Music
you went
train.
to.
Last concert. What was the last concert?
Last concert I went to was at the fair with my cousin Jackie Bishop. Shout to Jack in the Box. We went to Music Soul Child.
Ooh, all right.
Who else was there? It was somebody else. It was a good concert too. I feel like somebody else was there.
Music Soul Child, I feel like, was always one of those artists that had like almost a cult following, but never really like popped.
Right.
And
Like
half
Anthony
crazy,
Hamilton.
yeah. Anthony
They in the
Hamilton would
same
be
boat,
there,
in
too.
my opinion. Slightly different music, but
Yeah.
same boat.
No, I agree with that. I think my last one was
What else was there?
my last one. I think was John Legend and his Christmas album. Dude can put on a show though.
19th best holiday concert.
Hey man, wife is a big fan.
people that like
the
Christmas
tickets
music.
for our 5 years.
I remember you. That was at the old house when y'all went.
And then we
I
went
remember
to,
y'all went
we
there.
did the whole meet and greet thing.
People who like Christmas music are the fucking worst.
It is. I will say that
I like
his
it. I like it
album
during
is
the
nice.
season.
No, fuck that. Get that shit out of here, bro. Especially
I like it
that.
during
What's
the
that
season.
one? Baby, It's Cold Outside.
Yeah.
Most rapey song I've ever heard in my
Listen,
life.
it was cold outside, but you don't want to go out there.
Bro, she trying to leave and he trying to give her another drink to get her drunk, bro. He trying to
Listen,
rape this
your
poor woman.
panties is already wet. You gonna catch a coochie cold going out there. It's
Bro,
cold
he was
outside.
trying to sexually assault this poor woman who was just trying to get home. She got to feed her dog.
She said, "Well, please, I can't stay."
Yeah, bro. She was like, bro, homie was pressed about trying to get her to stay. He was blowing the vibe. He was not cool about it. She's not texting him tomorrow. She got work. Shorty got work. She got bills to pay. She ain't got time to be fucking around with his ass.
Who was that? That wasn't Dean.
No, it was some couple. It was some married couple that made that song, which makes it
okay.
even weirder
Right.
because it sounds really rapey, but they're married.
Right. She's not going anywhere.
It's like she lives with you, dog. Like, is she cheating on you?
Right.
Like,
Right. Maybe that was the issue.
Maybe you're the problem here. Maybe y'all should get divorced.
No victim blaming. What about you, TK? What was the last concert?
The last concert I went to was actually very recent. It was Frosty had a house show for his band. It was like a big
nice.
show.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Before that, it was 2019, obviously. Fuck, what was it? I don't remember. I think it was like Mom Jeans and Hobo
2019 is
Johnson or
pretty
something like that.
recent.
Yeah.
Good year.
My last
Decent
one
year.
before that was the Best of Both Worlds tour with R. Kelly and Jay-Z.
And we're not allowed to like R. Kelly anymore. As society
I like
tells
his
us.
music.
Man, I'm sorry.
Sex
R.
Planet, great song.
R. Kelly got
Sex
some.
Planet?
Sex Planet.
That's off the.
That didn't pop in my mind.
That wasn't.
Take a rocket ship to Uranus.
No. Oh, I gotta look that
Bro, that
up.
song
That's
wild.
is that the double? I feel like that's the double up.
I don't fucking know what album it's on. I just know it's a bop.
That's double up. Double up was a fire.
That Black Panties was a good album.
R. Kelly got hits.
He does. Can't be mad. I actually, on your advice, we'll roll it back to Space Jam real quick. R. Kelly, Space Jam, you got me? Introduce the young ones to Space Jam, the original,
Right.
earlier, and they all actually sat down and watched it.
Right.
Like I expected them to get up and like run around. Nah, they watched the whole movie.
Yeah.
Did you teach them about Michael Jordan's crippling gambling addiction?
No, of course
And how he basically ruined his own life?
Sent him to the MLB for a season.
Right. That's how that movie starts off. Is his MLB career.
Couldn't coach his kids to get past college basketball.
Man,
Not everybody's
fucking
LeBron.
Illinois alumni. Illini.
Illini.
Fighting Illini, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't O.J. Simpson go
I
there?
said alumni.
Did he go to? Or did he,
Yes.
OJ went to
thought-
Illinois?
No, he was
went to-
Syracuse.
I thought it was Illinois.
I'm almost positive it was the Q's.
Now you got me. Now I'm.
There's this really
Blanket.
on the OJ topic. There's this really cool shirt that I found, and it's
Oh no, he's USC.
USC. Okay. It's a picture of O.J. Simpson and his dead wife. I don't know what her name is.
Nicole Brown.
Nicole Brown Simpson. Yeah, it's a picture of them, and then like on the shirt, it says like me over O.J. Simpson, and then over his wife it says my liver.
It says what?
My liver.
Her liver.
My liver. So it's on O.J. Simpson it says me, and then on Nicole it says my liver. So I'm killing my liver. I really want this shirt. It's a great shirt. If you guys want to get this shirt, it's on lindafeingold.com. The brand is Assholes Live Forever.
Listen.
Why Malcolm jumping in now and being like, yo, what I miss?
You missed a lot, Malcolm.
Right,
Malcolm.
Late as hell.
Malcolm. Come on, man. You know the show schedule.
Listen, what you miss. And he talking about, I'm going to hit y'all up when you start. If y'all ain't got nothing, I might see if I can't hop on. And you hopping on at 2 hour at the 2 hour mark.
You missed a lot.
Malcolm telling on himself in the chat. He said, I'm cool on the shirt, LOL. I've been high on
Malcolm, you should go. Malcolm, they also have another shirt that says, all I need is puppies and weed. I have that one.
For real? All I need is puppies and weed.
They also have another one that says, kill your local pedophile. I also have that one.
Amen.
Listen.
All right. Anything to take us out, Mr. Jennings?
Other than my usuals. Nah, fuck it. Just my usuals. Love everybody. Till they give you a reason not to. Then whip out that samurai sword and get to chopping. And kill your local billionaire.
Uh-oh. Wexner better watch out.
Coming for you, Wexner.
Fuck Victoria's Secret. Y'all out of business anyway.
Trash.
All right. TK, you got anything?
Book an appointment with me for a haircut. I'll get you nice and crispy. PsychoBillyBarbershop.com, where you
What's
can
the Addy?
The Addy. We're at 2491 Summit Street in your local Sohud area.
So
Or download the Booksy app and book an appointment online with us there as well.
sounds like people surf out there.
So hood.
And with all of that, TK, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank
We'd
you
be
very much for
happy to
having
have
me.
you back anytime you want.
Oh, I'll be back for sure.
I, of course, am Michael Reggie. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Peace out, fools.
And love your mothers.